Hockey is brought to you by Bud Ice, the official beer sponsor of the NHL. By McDonald's, where what you want is what you get at McDonald's today. By Southwest Airlines. Fly Southwest, the low-fare airline. By Pepsi. Nothing else is a Pepsi. By the Discover card. It pays to discover. By your Midwest GMC truck dealers, Bellman, Bomarito, and Brooklyn GMC. By Boatman's Bank. Boatman's is a proud sponsor of Blues hockey. By your neighborhood St. Louis Chrysler Plymouth dealers. By Hardee's, where it's always fresh from the kitchen. And by AutoZone, the best parts in auto parts. The whole town is talking about number 99, Wayne Gretzky. And here tonight at Kiel Center, the 99 t-shirts, sweaters, oh, they're going quickly. They're on sale. The legend has arrived in St. Louis. Really, the town has never seen anything quite like this. What'll happen tonight? Well, it's a sellout crowd. Wayne Gretzky makes his Blues debut at Kiel Center in St. Louis. He takes the ice live with us in just a moment. Kiel Center, it's the center of attraction in downtown St. Louis, and what a crowd tonight, and what an event. There really hasn't been anything like it, certainly at Kiel Center. And tonight, the Florida Panthers will be here and part of it. The Panthers and the Blues, and Wayne Gretzky debuting in a Blues sweater in St. Louis. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Kiel Center. Ken Wilson along with Joe Micheletti. Man, we've talked a couple of times already about Gretzky excitement in Vancouver and Edmonton, but I think tonight, for the hometown fans, this is unmatched.
Yeah, this has just been unbelievable all day. I'm sure you received plenty of phone calls for tickets. People scrambling around to try and get tickets. They actually let the people in the Kiel Center tonight earlier than usual. And now the Blues are starting to come out on the ice, and there is a standing ovation here at the Kiel Center. The anticipation of this game has just been tremendous.
They're on their feet. Number 99 in the Blues home white sweater on the ice. And what a scene this is. A standing ovation for the great one here in St. Louis.
Well, Ken, I think you can certainly argue that there hasn't been a better hockey player, maybe the greatest player of all time, and certainly the one player that has dominated his particular sport like no other player in the history of professional sports, Wayne Gretzky.
Well, this will turn out to be one of the most memorable nights ever at Kiel Center. I don't know when they'll retire this building and tear it down. It'll happen someday, and they'll all talk about March 5th, 1996, when Gretzky made his hometown debut. Well, let's check in with Bruce Affleck in the middle of all the excitement.
Guys, I can't understand what this feeling's about. What's so special about this thing? Everybody's getting into it. The fans, there's certainly a special feeling here in Kiel Center. The media coverage, it's been unbelievable. All you had to do was look at the paper this morning. 6 ads in the sports book section alone mentioning something about Wayne Gretzky. It is a special feeling, maybe the greatest moment in Blues hockey. Just to have Wayne Gretzky here in a Blues uniform. Yeah, I've gone crazy also, but it's a lot of fun. And on top of that, Janet Jones is here tonight too. We're going to find her.
Well, Bruce, we hope you can find her. You've got about 3 hours, and that's it. If you don't find her by the end of the evening, it'll be a little late. Now the Blues starting lineup being announced.
Starting on right wing, number 16, Brett Hull. Starting on left wing, number 9, Shane Corson. And starting at center for the Blues, number 99, Wayne Gretzky. free. Would you please rise and join in the singing of our national anthem?
From one of the boxes here at the Kiel Center. This crowd is electric. Lynn Humphrey with tonight's national anthem. And Kenny, I'm not sure when I've heard anything like this in the Kiel Center. The goaltenders, by the way, for this game tonight, in goal for the Florida Panthers will be Mark Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick 15-7-2 on the year and a goals against average of 2.84. And playing in his 64th consecutive game, he has been tremendous all season long. It's Grant Fuhr, 27, 21, and 12 on the season. Tonight's starting goaltenders are brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Fly Southwest, the low-fare airline. The officials for tonight's game, our referee is Mick Magoo, the linesmen Bob Hodges and Brad Lazarowicz.
And they drop the puck at center ice, and the Blues, Gretzky wins the draw. Back to the defense. Barron has the puck, feeds it near wing. The Great West has it at the red line. Backhands the puck in. Hall after it. Centers for Corson. And the puck tipped away. Played on the defense by Terry Cartner. Now out to center ice, and the Panthers with the puck. Shot in by Strudlin. Turned away by Fuhr. Strudlin is on with Huff and Jody Hall for Florida. They send the puck through the slot out to center ice, and it's played by Cartner. He's on defense with Shabela, the Czech defenseman. Now the puck shot into the Blues zone, and the Blues are changing. Here's McInnes up the near boards to the red line. He'll shoot the puck in, and Fitzpatrick stops it behind the Florida net. Gardner with the puck, plays it up the near wing. Garpenlaw feeds it into the middle to Mellanby. He's their leading scorer into the corner. Bang! Hammer to the boards. Behind the net by Pronger. Rob Pearson knocks the puck to the corner. Takes a hit. Feeds it to Howard-Chuck. It's Pearson, Howard-Chuck, and Hudson for the Blues. The puck fed behind the Blues net. Mellanby feeds in front. And it's just out of the reach of his teammate. The puck to center ice. And Hudson will take a penalty. A bit of a dive by the young defenseman, Ed Jovanovski. And Mick Magoo's going to call a penalty as the puck is touched by the Blues deep in the Florida zone. So 1 minute and 19 seconds in, Mike Hudson, the Blues veteran forward, takes a 2-minute penalty.
That's a tremendous dive by Ed Jovanovski. Now the referee, Mick Magoo, is way over on the other side of the ice. Jovanovski felt a little bit of the stick by Hudson, and he just simply jumped off his feet. Here it comes right here. I mean, he had already started taking a couple of strides, and Hudson was a couple of feet behind him, and Jovanovski, give him credit, he drew the penalty on Mike Hudson, and Florida has the first power play of this game. Boy, Kenny, for the game, Wayne Gretzky said he was nervous in his first game in Vancouver. How do you think he felt before this game? 17 years in the league, but you know darn well that he is just full of excitement, ready for this game tonight.
I believe he was probably a little embarrassed by that huge greeting.
Whoa.
Hudson 2 for hooking at 119. Power play for Florida as Hall has a chance, and the puck goes wide shorthanded. They're successful 16% of the time. I should say 18% of the time, 13th in the league. Puck into the Blues end, and the Blues clear at the length of the ice. Penalty killing. The Blues are 11th in the league at 83%. There's no score in the first period. Florida to center ice. The puck gets away. McInnes plays it at his own end to Barron. Up to Gretzky at center ice. He'll backhand it in. Gretzky and Huller replaced up front on the penalty killing unit by Howard, Chuck, and Corson. Now the Panthers work to the neutral zone. A pass for Rob Niedermayer too far. The length of the ice. Barron back touches the puck, and that's an icing call against Florida. There is still 1:20 to go in the Panthers power play.
Now, Doug MacLean is the first-year coach of this Florida Panther team, and what a job he has done with a group of youngsters and also a group of veterans that have been around the league for a number of years. And he's kind of the new era coach, Doug MacLean. Doesn't scream and yell a lot, has a tremendous rapport with his players. His players are loose. They come to the rink to have fun. But what he has instilled in this team is that work ethic. They come, they have a good time, but they work extremely hard. And this is a difficult team to score against.
Of course, Doug MacLean at one time was an assistant coach here. From the draw, the Blues win the faceoff, and Kravchuk a shot wide out to the point. Pronger keeps the puck in, and the Panthers move to center ice. Jovanovski feeds it into the middle. Niedermayer over the line to Mellenby. Backs for Niedermayer, and the puck goes behind the Blues net. It comes in front. Near side, Belanger to the point. Jovanovski a shot. Blocked by Howard. Chuck Corson gets the puck. Skates to center ice. Gives it to Pronger. He works in over the line on the left wing. Quick shot, and it deflects over the net. The Blues are shorthanded. 2.5 minutes into a scoreless first period. The 20-year-old defenseman Jovanovski to center ice, shoots it in. He takes a tough hit at center ice from Pronger. Out to the right point. Oh, and a shot by Gord Murphy goes wide. A battle along the near boards for the puck. Pronger gets it and flips the puck down into the Florida end. And both teams are changing. No score first period. The Blues shorthanded for another 25 seconds. Gord Murphy's had a very good year for Florida. Feeds left wing, and it's offside. The pass from Murphy to Barnes from the Panthers defensive end over the checkered red line. And we'll have a face-off just inside the Florida blue line.
And Doug MacLean saying before the game that doesn't have to worry too much about matching lines on the road. We talked about him having a key group of veterans on this team, and most of the players are checking type, defensive type forwards. And then when you add to that some of the young kids, he really doesn't have to worry too much about matching lines. He says for the most part he's got just about on every line he's got someone that knows how to play good, solid defensive hockey.
From the draw, the puck at center ice. McInnes winds up and fires it right off the chest of goaltender Mark Fitzpatrick. 10 seconds to go in the Panthers power play. They work to center ice. And the puck shot in. Around behind the net. McInnes tries to clear, gets it to Zezel, and he sends it the length of the ice. Now knocked down. Blues are changing. The penalty is over. Panthers shoot the puck in from their side of the red line, and the Blues back. And they touch it, and an icing call against Florida. No score early in the first at Kiel. And this is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Having some gloves specially made. They won't be ready for another couple of weeks. He's wearing an old pair of gloves that he wore with the team he brought to Europe a year ago.
Now the puck in the Florida end. There's no score. And Spela clears the puck through center ice back into the blue zone. And here's McInnes. McInnes and Barron, Gretzky, Corson, and Hall. Up the right wing to Hall. He flips the puck in, played at the defense. Gardner clears it out. Too far on the near wing for Huff. The puck the length of the ice. McInnes glides back, touches the puck, and an icing call against Florida. We're just short of the 4-minute mark. And kind of a cautious start here in the first period. No score.
And you can see those gloves that Wayne Gretzky wears. They're much longer than what most players wear. That's why he has to get them specially made. In fact, these are a model that Bobby Hull used to wear years and years ago. So anytime he changes gloves, they have to go through a special process. It takes about 3 weeks to make these gloves up. Now he's got another pair of blue ones that Terry Root, the Blues equipment manager, was painting today. The paint's not dry. He'll have those for the next game, but for the time being, he's got an older pair on.
Creighton is on with Mateau and Noonan, Kravchuk and Pronger, and the faceoff won by the Panthers in their own end. And a pass out at center ice, and the Panthers, Mike Huff shoots the puck in. They make a quick line change. The line of Strudlin, Huff, and Hall goes off. Remember, it's Jody Hall for Florida. Up to center ice, Creighton firing the puck in. Back behind the net, trying to center Mateau. He can't. Near corner, here's Creighton. His pass knocked down. He's well covered. Panthers can't clear the puck up the boards. Noonan intercepts to Mateau, and a backhander wide. Now the youngster, Radek Dvorak, beats up at center ice to newcomer Mike Castleman, trying to cut in, forced behind the Blues net, wrap around, and the shot tipped away by Barron, and referee Mick Magoo is going to stop play and call an interference penalty here. The Blues have already been short once. Now Brian Noonan will go off.
Well, this isn't the way the Blues wanted to start. Chris Pronger coming back on Castleman. Castleman tried to stuff it in, but a good job blocking the shot. And then coming back in front of the net was Brian Noonan, and he'll go off for interference. So the Blues successful in killing off the first Florida power play. They'll have to do it again now, and thus far the Blues with just one shot on goal, Florida with 2 shots.
So Brian Noonan takes an interference penalty at 4:34. Mike Keenan, I think, before the game, is excited as anyone. He is all charged up, as everyone is, with the excitement of Wayne Gretzky joining this team. Face off in the Blues zone, back to the right point. Svela feeds it along the boards to Niedermayer, back to Svela, near point to Svensson, now to Belanger in the corner. He's hit by Barron behind the net. McInnes trying to interrupt the play. Panthers maintain possession, back to the point, now along the near boards. The Blues shorthanded, Barron battling. The puck comes loose. Here's Mellanby trying to work in front, and the puck knocked away. Then McInnes gets the puck. Mellanby has a stranglehold on him, and an opportunity for Belanger in front. The shot deflects wide. Mellanby on the far side, out to the right point, and the shot blocked in front off of Robert Svela, the Czech defenseman, by McInnes, and the Blues clear the puck out. Blues change a few players. Now through center ice. Puck finally shot in by Svensson. Then Svela at the far point knocks the puck behind the net. Belanger, number 26 there, trying to center, having trouble. Good job by Kravchuk. Howardchuk can't clear. The puck loose behind the Blues net. McInnes has it, fires it up the boards, and the puck will carry the length of the ice. There's no score in the first period. We're at Kiel. Gretzky making his home debut with the Blues. 50 seconds to go in Florida's second power play. No score. Magnus Svensson, a Swedish defenseman, gets the puck off on the right wing. Barnes turns it in behind the Blues net. Pronger goes back, has to handle a couple of Panthers, grabbing a stick here and there. Dave Lowry is there, kicks the puck, and the Panthers have possession. Out to the point. Svela feeds on the right wing. Lowry's right in front of the net. Panthers fake a shot. Now to Lowry in front for Barnes, and a puck knocked away. Hall clears it the length of the ice. Noonan still has 18 seconds to go in his penalty. Panthers control at their own line. Now Svela, pass ahead for Lowry, tipped right to Fuhr. He'll scoop the puck up and hold on to stop play with 9 seconds remaining in Brian Noonan's penalty.
And the Blues continue their excellent penalty killing. Dave Lowry was set up in front of the net and then just released from the front, went to the side, and tried to send a quick pass over the other side. There's Lowry to the right, and a good defensive play by Igor Kravchuk, just moving over and taking the other man. Lowry didn't have an angle to shoot. He had to pass. A good job by Kravchuk defensively, taking that pass away.
Well, we're glad you're with us wherever you're watching or listening tonight. Gretzky out there wins the draw from Belanger in the corner. Barron, he gets bumped. Puck along the near board. McInnes gets it. Stick handles a bit. Now Noonan on. McInnes fires the puck the length of the ice, and it goes just wide. Fitzpatrick knocks it away. Jody Hall out of his own end with a pass ahead to Strudlin. He's knocked down by Brett Hall. Then Cartner works in. He takes a hit from Barron. Barron is hitting everything this season. Hall gives him the puck. Barron feeds it ahead to the great one. His pass knocked down at center ice. Then Hall intercepts a Florida pass. Knocks the puck to the corner, gets it, skates behind the Florida net, comes out in front of pass for Gretzky, and it's tipped away, and here come the Panthers. Leading the rush off. into the middle, and a quick shot by Jody Hall, turned away by Fjord. The puck behind the Blues net. Here's Brian Strudlin. He centers, and the puck knocked away from Huff. Gretzky breaks out ahead to Hull. Hull over the line. 3-on-2 to Gretzky. Back to Hull in front. Corson! Oh! And the shot tipped just wide of the Florida net. Gretzky knocked down behind the net. Corson comes in. He gets shoved from behind. The play is stopped. Shoved by Ed Jovanovski, and he shoves him right back, and the crowd loves it. Corson, Hull, and Gretzky. No score, first period at Kiel. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Gretzky's ability to move the puck up quickly. He sees Brett Hull, doesn't waste any time, and then joins the rush. And when they start moving the puck back and forth, great things happen. And Corson just on the receiving end of that last pass, just to flex the puck wide of the far post.
The face-off to the left of the Florida net. Niedermayer and Zezel. They kick at the puck. Zezel kicks it back towards defenseman Olsen, but the puck knocked to center ice, and the Blues. Pearson will shoot it back in. Zezel is centering Rob Pearson and Tony Twist. Now there'll be a penalty away from the play. Zezel gets interfered with. He got knocked around a bit by defenseman Paul Laws, and there'll be a penalty called here for interference. Laws will go off, and the Blues will have their first power play. We'll see what kind of magic we can get from number 99.
He didn't have much of a rest. Laws goes off for taking down Peter Zezel on the side of the net. Zezel trying to get in and forecheck. Laws coming over, gets the stick on his skates and knocks him down. And the Blues will have their first power play. Wayne Gretzky this morning just couldn't wait to play, and that was prior to the doctors giving him the okay to play in this game tonight. He was excited about this one, and if he gets the puck here with any room, these fans are going to have a lot of fun.
Blues win the draw. Left point, Olsen along the far boards to Gretzky. No score to Olsen. Right point to McInnes. He's under pressure. Slides the puck ahead to Gretzky, who's moved to the near boards. Back to McInnes. Bouncing puck. Gretzky knocks it out of thin air to Corson. In front to Hull to Gretzky. And he fails to accept the pass. Jody Hull clears the puck ahead. And it's knocked down and slides into the Blues zone. And the Blues have the puck. Olsen. Blues on the power play this season. 16%, 19th in the league, killing penalties. Florida is strong. They're 8th at 84%. Blues set up. Right point to McInnes. Near boards for Gretzky. Side of the net to Corson. Back to Gretzky. Right down in front to Hull. He tries to bank the puck in off the goaltender Fitzpatrick and can't. And the second shot well wide. Here's Corson battling Kartner. Kartner steals the puck and flips it the length of the ice. Still a minute to go in this Blues man advantage. Gretzky will be replaced here. And the Blues power play led by Christopher Olsen. He skates to the blue line. Down to the red line, left wing to Pronger into the Florida zone off the end boards. Nice pass for Creighton. He skates behind the net. Out to the left point to Pronger. Near point. One-timer Olsen! And a dazzling glove save by Mark Fitzpatrick. A good bit of puck movement there by the Blues, but Fitzpatrick a nice save.
Well, Wayne Gretzky, sometimes you watch in amazement, you wonder how can the puck get through all the players. Here's a play right here. I think Gretzky thought that Brett was going to take the shot. I don't think he was ready for the return pass. And then the second time, Gretzky threw about 3 people over to Brett on the other side. He had trouble handling it, and by that time, Fitzpatrick was able to get over and make the save.
The face-off is to Fitzpatrick's left. Power play Blues. No score first period. Howard-Chuck wins the draw to Pronger. He'll shoot. And that goes off the arm of Fitzpatrick. And he yells and grabs the puck as it had deflected high in the air. 34 seconds to go in the Blues power play. And we pause 5 seconds for station identification. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Don't miss the Blues and the Flames, Thursday at 7:30 only on St. Louis 11.
Ken Wilson, Joe Micheletti, Bruce Affleck. A sellout crowd at Kiel. Face-off near the Florida net. Howard-Chuck wins the draw to Kravchuk. Ahead for Pearson in the corner to Howard-Chuck. He'll go behind the net. Creighton's out in front. The pass to Pronger at the near point. Now ahead along the right wing boards below us to Howard-Chuck. 20 seconds to go in the man advantage. Side of the net to Creighton. He wheels and shoots. Fitzpatrick the save. Creighton for the first time not wearing a shield from the broken jaw, gets a pass on a give and go from Howard. The puck knocked to the point. Pronger, good play, but a bouncing puck over to Kravchuk. He loses it. Blues try to keep the puck in. They do. And a Pearson pass knocked away. Kartner feeds it ahead at center ice. Huff shoots the puck in, and Laws is on. And the Florida Panthers are back at full strength. Both teams changing. Coming up to the 10-minute mark in a scoreless first period. Blues get the puck to center ice. The veteran Stefan Matteau slaps it in. Fitzpatrick behind the net. Clears it up the near boards, and the Panthers work out of their own end. Mellenby's checked by Hudson at his own line. Now Matteau gets the puck ahead to Noonan, knocked away. Then the Blues player is dumped right in front of us, down below along the boards. Hudson, no call. This line of Matteau, Hudson, and Noonan, a hard-working line. Now a Panther player, Svela, decides to take a dive. He looked like a ballerina. Here's Noonan in front. Quick shot, Matteau, and another excellent save by Fitzpatrick. And he holds on to stop play.
Excellent job before checking. Svela trying to draw a penalty as Jovanovski did earlier in this period. This is just good forechecking and puck movement. You can see the cycling of the players. They keep moving, they keep cycling, and finally the last shot by Stefan Matteau, and Fitzpatrick, who played the first game against the Blues in Florida and played well, has been steady here in this first period.
You know, Joe, the last few weeks, I think you've been able to see the kind of work people like Matteau and Creighton and Hudson and Noonan can do. Veteran players with some size. They may not be great players, but they look like players that when you get into the playoffs are going to be rugged, determined. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, and I think that's why Mike Keenan has been so happy as of late and excited when you add to this lineup the fact that you've got a player like Wayne Gretzky who can still play better than most players in this league. Boy, that's got to get a coach awfully excited.
Dave Lowry brings the puck to center ice for Florida. Fires it in far side. Barnes gets out of the way of Barron, lets him play the puck up to Gretzky. Now to Hall, and it's knocked away. Gretzky goes back and gives the puck to McInnes in front of Fuhrer. Over to Barron. Up the left wing, now to Corson. And there was a big hit on Barron, and I don't know if Barron retaliated, but Florida center Tom Fitzgerald went into Barron, kind of a late hit, and the next thing I knew, Fitzgerald was on the ice.
Well, what happened was this. Murray Barron, after moving the puck, lifted his head up and saw Fitzgerald coming, and he'll get his stick and arms up. Sees him coming, and he's able to get his stick and arms up, and Fitzgerald caught something in the face. I'm not sure if it was the stick, because it looked like his stick was down somewhat, but in either event, it caught him above the eye.
So because the stick gets up a bit, Barron gets a 5-minute penalty, and he's through for the night. Tough break for the Blues. No score, first period. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Bad news for the Blues. Murray Barron gets a 5-minute high-sticking major and a game misconduct. After he passes the puck, his stick will come up, but it's on the wraparound right there that he catches Fitzgerald, pardon me, and Fitzgerald gets cut above the eye and looked like he was cut on the nose as well. And that high-sticking major will cost the Blues a 5-minute shorthanded situation, but even more importantly, the way Murray Barron has played for this team, as steady as he's been, as physical as he has played, he is going to be sorely missed in this game.
Well, the Blues are shorthanded for 5 minutes. Florida 0 for 2 on the power play. There's no score, and the Panthers have the puck in their own end. Magnus Svensson behind the net, leading the power play. The Blues kill it with Gretzky and Hall, Pronger and McInnes. Far side, puck shot into the Blues zone behind the net. McInnes back, Barnes there. Oh, he's cross-checked into the boards by Pronger. That's a worse penalty than Barron's by far, and there'll be a penalty against Chris Pronger. I don't have any problem with that being a penalty. I'm a little bit questionable on the Barron penalty, but we'll watch Pronger.
Yeah, Pronger behind the net, no question on the cross-check. People don't like it, but Barron, there's no question about that. Chris Pronger, I mean, that's the kind of play when you're already shorthanded. You've got to try and use your head a little bit. Chris Pronger, a youngster. There's a lot of excitement here tonight, and a much bigger, stronger player than Stu Barnes, who is small, so it doesn't take much to knock Barnes down, and Barnes went headfirst into the board. And Pronger, he's actually lucky he only got 2 minutes on that particular call. That could have easily been a 5-minute hitting from behind, and I know the fans here don't like it. The Blues have played almost this entire first period short-handed. Now they've really got themselves in a jam, as Florida will have a 5-on-3 for the next 2 minutes, and then they'll remain on the power play for another 2 minutes and 34 seconds. So, you know, this is a difficult situation.
I look back on those 2 plays. I agree with you. You know, to me, the Barron was, certainly you've got to control your stick, but the way that play developed, it was accidental and looked like maybe Fitzgerald. Yeah, Fitzgerald knocked the stick of Barron into Fitzgerald's nose as much as anything. To me, Pronger deserves 5 much more than Barron. But the way it is, it's a 5-on-3. Can the Blues survive? Svensson, right point to Shvela. Now to Svensson, side of the net. Belanger beats through the crease, and no one can get a stick on it. Now Svensson straight away. Beats far side. The penalty at 11:15. Pronger 2 for cross-checking. So a 2-minute, 2-man advantage for Florida. Oh, and a shot deflected just wide on the shot from the point. Mellanby tipping it wide. Near side, Belanger. Left point to Svensson. Straight away. He fakes the shot. Gretzky steals. Can't clear. Shvela keeps it in. Gretzky dumped. And there'll be an interference penalty. Then Corson knocks Mellanby down. Then they slash each other. And we've got a wild fight. Shane Corson and Scott Mellanby. They each got in a couple of good slashes, and away they go. Corson and Mellanby. Mellanby with 130 penalty minutes. He is a rough, tough, strong player, as is Shane Corson. They're trying to get loose, each grabbing each other's sweater. Meanwhile, there'll be a penalty on the play against Florida. The Blues have been in a 2-man short situation. They're letting him go. Mellanby's helmet has been torn back. Corson's helmet is off. The crowd loves it. And Corson with a couple of big hits. And he knocks down Mellanby with a hard right hand. And they love it here at Kiel Center.
Tony Twist on the bench wishing it was him. Boy, that's just perseverance. 2 big, strong guys that were tired out. Corson was more the tired player because he's on the penalty killing unit going back and forth, expending more energy. But Mellanby doesn't back down from anyone either, and they really had some kind of tussle. Meanwhile, the initial penalty, Wayne Gretzky was tripped down on the play. And then right at the end of the play after the whistle, the cross-check from Shane Corson, the slash from Mellanby. And boy, what a fight they had. Mellanby didn't waste any time. And these are 2 guys that know how to fight. Trying to get position, trying to hold each other off, holding on to the right arm so that neither of them could really get a big swing in, a big roundhouse in. And then Mellanby was able to switch hands, and Corson just simply stayed with it all the way and finished things off. And meanwhile, just prior to all this, Corson on the boards along with Mellanby in the corner. And Corson, after getting hit from behind by Mellanby, retaliated by turning to him and kind of pushing him down. And that's what got that entire episode started. And Corson just simply stayed with it. Boy, I'll tell you what, 2 big, strong guys, and Corson was able to finish a little bit stronger than Scott Mellanby.
Corson is going to get 2 minutes for his cross-check also, and each will get 5 minutes for fighting. So the 2-minute penalty that was being called against Florida negated by the fact that Corson gets 2. So as it is, the Blues still will be 2 men short for another 1 minute, 13 seconds. Corson 2 for cross-checking, 5 for fighting. Mellanby 2 for interfering with Gretzky, and 5 for fighting.
Brett Hull not wearing the A on his sweater tonight. Shane Corson has that distinction. Brett thought he was going to be wearing it tonight at home, but
you don't think that that's going to stop Brett from talking to the referee? He's not having an A. Now dumped in his own end right after the face-off is McInnes, and there'll be a penalty against Florida. Tom Fitzgerald grabbing on. He'll go off 2 minutes for holding, and boy, there's a lot of electricity and a lot of anxiety here in the first period.
Well, this time McInnes and Fitzgerald. McInnes was actually a little bit off balance. Fitzgerald just kind of holding him off with his right hand, and McInnes will go down. McInnes a little off balance. Fitzgerald holding him off, pushes, gives him a little bit of a push, and Mick Magoo, the referee, is right there and whistles him down. And now Florida will have a 4-on-3 for the next 1 minute and 3 seconds.
12-11 the time of this interference penalty. Big hello tonight to young Mike Vitale in the hospital. Mike, we know things will go well, get well soon, and we're glad you're able to enjoy tonight's game with the great one here at Kiel. From the face-off, Gretzky gets the puck, dumps it into the Florida end, and back to play it is Gord Murphy. Again, as Joe mentioned, 4-on-3 Florida. No score, first period to center ice. Now to Niedermayer. He's number 44 into the blue zone. Gretzky intercepts, clears to center ice. Gord Murphy skates back in his own end, feeds it up to Magnus Svensson with Niedermayer and Barnes. Shot blocked by McInnes. Howard-Chuck can't clear. Here's Niedermayer in the right wing corner. Goes to the side of the net. Comes in front of shot. Knocked away. Hull gets the puck and rifles it the length of the ice. 7:10 to go here in the first period. No score. In 20 seconds, Pronger will be back.
Again, a tremendous amount of pressure now on Al McInnes to kill these up. I don't think he's been off the ice yet. You've got Pronger in the penalty box. Murray Barron thrown out of the game. Those are two key players that Mike Keenan uses killing penalties.
McInnes intercepts, clears the puck down the ice, goes to the bench for a breather. Now to center ice, Florida. Pronger comes on. Pass on the near wing. Pronger bumps into Garpenloff. The puck ends up behind the Blues net, played by Peter Zezel. Now both teams are a man short. Back to Zezel, left wing, Pronger, cutting in, he shoots, oh, just wide. And the puck banks all the way back into the Blues end. In 35 seconds, the Florida Panthers get Fitzgerald back, and they'll be on the power play again. Kravchuk in his own end. Clears the puck, not out. Now Pronger, a pass too far for Noonan. This is Cartner in his own end, skating up to the red line. Veteran defenseman over the Blues line. The puck knocked away by Hall. He'll catch up with it in the Florida zone with Gretzky. In front for Gretzky, and the pass gets by him. They were moving so quickly they couldn't make the play quick enough. Now Florida back the other way, over the line, a shot. Oh, and a big wicked drive right on, and Fuhr able to make the save on Belanger. A battle for the puck in the Blues zone. Hull gets it. Now Fitzgerald on to Kravchuk. He'll fire the puck in, and the Blues are shorthanded for a minute and a half. Both teams are changing. The puck deep in the Florida zone. The Blues have 7 shots on goal. The Panthers 6. Up the near wing to Barnes. Carrying into the Blues end. Right wing too far for Niedermayer. Into the corner, Wells. Clearing up the boards. Not out. Gord Murphy has the puck ahead to Niedermayer. He goes behind the Blues net. Now feeds near side for Barnes, but McInnes intercepts. Feeds into the middle to Noonan. Noonan, Howard-Chuck, Wells, and McInnes killing the penalty, and Noonan shoots the puck in deep. Now there's a minute to go in the Florida power play. The Panthers have spent a lot of time in the opening period on the power play. Here's Stu Barnes trying to work in. He's stopped at the Blues defense. And the Panthers, Gord Murphy at center ice. Feeds it right wing. The puck hops away from Barnes, and back to play at Jay Wells, and he clears the puck the length of the ice. The Blues are shorthanded. Blues shorthanded. Panthers moving the puck up the ice, coming out of their own zone. Dave Roberts serving the penalty. Hull steals with Gretzky. Pass for Gretzky, knocked away. A nice sliding play by Murphy, the defenseman. Hull feeds far side to Gretzky. Back to the blue line to Kravchuk. And the puck knocked away by Fitzgerald, but out to make the play is Fuhr. Ahead to Pronger. Now a loose puck at center ice. And it's Belanger for Florida. Panthers on the power play. Now to Garpenloff working in over the line to Belanger. He shoots. Oh, Fuhr gets just a piece of that. Kravchuk after the puck, along with Fitzgerald on the far boards in the Blues end. Now Roberts comes on, a pass to Hull. 2-on-2 with Roberts over the line, a drop pass to Roberts, back for Hull, and the puck deflects right to the goal, and Fitzpatrick makes the save and holds on. They're loving the action at Kiel Center. 4 minutes to go in a scoreless first period. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Well, I hate to say the wrong guy had the puck, but the Blues end up 2-on-1. Brett has the puck. He's looking for Wayne all the way, and the puck just was up in the air, and Wayne couldn't bat it out of midair.
From the face-off in the Florida zone, here's a quick shot by Wells moving in, knocked down, and Murphy for Florida behind his net. Up the near side, Huff to center ice. Huff is on with Skrudlin and Jody Hall. Huff works into the corner. Bumped by Krister Olsson. Olsson on defense with Wells. Puck comes loose out near the point. Jovanovski trying to keep it in and can't. Now loose at center ice. Gord Murphy backhands the puck in wide of the Blues net. Olsen back to play it. Lateau on a line with Noonan and Creighton for the Blues. They have trouble getting out of their own end. Now Adam Creighton gets the puck and lifts it to center ice. It'll slide right to goaltender Fitzpatrick. He'll knock it ahead to Jovanovski. Now over far side to Gord Murphy. Blues changing. Up ahead. Jody Hall can't control a pass, and Zezel takes a feed from Pronger and circles back deep in his own end. Far side for Kravchuk. Big crowd. Twist out there. Lowry also. They all bump. Then Zezel back deep behind the net. Near side to Pronger. Up to Noonan as the Blues work to center ice. From the red line, Noonan shoots the puck in. Twist goes after it. Fitzpatrick clears it to the near corner to Carter. He takes a hit from Zezel. Panthers at center ice. Barnes, long shot over the net. Off the glass. In the corner. Oh, Strudlin. A vicious check. Now the puck behind the net. Centered in front of the Blues net and knocked away. Now in the corner, Zezel runs into Barnes. Zezel falls down and has the puck under his body. And Mick Magoo, the referee, stops play. It has been a physical first period. Boy, what electricity we have had with Gretzky debuting. Now Twist having words. And for a couple of teams that have seen each other once in a couple of seasons prior to tonight, there is a lot going on. We're down to 2:34 to go here in a scoreless first period.
That was actually Fitzgerald that took Roberts heavily into the boards. Well, that helmet almost popped off, and then Tony Twist was out there watching this play all the way. He jumped in. Svela, the young Swedish defenseman, not quite the matchup that he wants with the Twister. Now the proud papa for the second time. Congratulations to Brett and Allison. They had a baby girl yesterday afternoon. Jade
Riley. Great name. Right point. Murphy from the faceoff. Shot blocked by Twist. Hull can't break away at center ice. Here's Jovanovski. Jovanovski played a great game against the Blues in Miami. He's number 55, a 20-year-old. Here's Pronger, the Blues' 21-year-old defenseman. A pass to Gretzky at center ice, knocked away from Lowry, and Pronger has to go back in his own end. He clears to center ice, brought in offside by Lowry, but Twist intercepts, carries to the red line, gets to the Florida blue line, dumps the puck in. He and Jovanovski go behind the net. Jovanovski bumps Twist. Panthers try to get out. Can't. Blues keep it in. Here's the great one. Oh, baby, what a move. Far side to Hall to Gretzky. Back for Hall. And Gord Murphy intercepts. And he clears to center ice. Wells will take over in his own end. Both teams are changing. No score first period. Up the right wing to Brett Hull. He'll tip the puck in. Blues and Panthers. Neither has scored. 1:35 to go. Panthers Cartner deep in his end. DeLaws behind the net. Far corner to Niedermeyer. Now he is bumped by Howard Chuck. Works away. A pass up to Dvorak. Now over. And a shot knocked away. Dvorak didn't take the shot. He gave the puck to Garpenloff. And Garpenloff behind the net trying to get away from McInnes. Far corner. Radek Dvorak. Big hit there. Now Niedermeyer out of the corner. Centers. And a shot blocked. Laws from the point moving in. Rob Pearson with a puck. Clears it up the far wing. Howard Chuck. A pass at center ice behind Hudson. And the Blues are changing. Here's Cartner in the neutral zone to the 18-year-old Dvorak, number 9. He drops the puck. Garpenloff grabbed by the sweater by Mateau. Panthers control the puck in the Blues end. Niedermeyer leaves it in the corner. Garpenloff goes behind the net. McInnes takes out Dvorak. Creighton bumps Garpenloff. They scrap a bit. And Creighton rubs Garpenloff right into the ice. And McInnes gets the puck and shoots it the length of the ice. Meanwhile, there's an icing at one end, and Garpenloff and Creighton just getting apart at the other end, and play stopped with the icing with 33 seconds remaining in a scoreless first period, but it has not been void of action. Fans CarX Muffler and Brake wants you to know that you're going to, well, get yourself all sorts of cash by saving and going to CarX instead of the dealer. And they think, well, maybe you can buy a new Blues Gretzky jersey with that extra cash. Save a bundle. Call the CarX man.
Now this has been quite a period that we have had. The shots on goal favor the Blues 8-7 in this period. And the Blues have had to kill off numerous penalties 0 for 4. Meanwhile, Ed Jovanovski, the 19-year-old rookie, boy, he hits everything and not afraid to take Tony Twiston on the boards in his end of the ice.
Face off to Grant Pure's left. 33 seconds remaining. First period. They win the draw. Back to Murphy. A shot blocked in front by Pronger. Pronger clears the puck ahead. Huff intercepts. Huff is on with Skrudlin and Jody Hall. Huff whacks the puck off the boards behind the Blues net. Picked up by Kravchuk. He skates quickly to center ice. A pass ahead. Off Noonan. Deep into the Florida end. Jovanovski behind his net. Up the far boards to Jody Hall. 10 seconds to go in the period. The puck comes to the center ice area. Shot in by Kravchuk. Shot out by Jovanovski. Pronger intercepts and shoots the puck in, and that'll do it. That is the end of the first period before a capacity crowd at Kiel. And we had a lot of excitement in that period. Shots on goal, the Blues 8 and the Panthers 7. And during this intermission, true hockey Blues fans will be taking to the ice. Bud Ice, Ice Brewed. It's the smooth taste that goes down easily. Bud Ice, proud sponsor of the coolest game on earth. After 20 minutes, as Wayne Gretzky makes his home debut with the Blues, it's the Panthers nothing and the Blues no score. Coming up in this intermission, Bruce Affleck will visit with Blues winger Shane Corson. This is St. Louis Blues hockey. Welcome back to Kiel. The Panthers and Blues are scoreless after one period. We'd hope to visit with Shane Corson. He's getting some treatment on a minor injury, and Tony Twist is downstairs. The Twister joining Bruce Affleck.
Well, thank you, Kenny. We get a chance to visit with Tony Twist. And Tony, I guess first thing we were just talking about it, the thing I noticed in that period was Brett Hull almost psyched out. He's trying to pass the puck to be a Wayne Gretzky.
I tell you what, Brett's going to have to learn to shoot the puck again now that he's got Wayne on his side, because he's going to be getting it a lot.
How about you? You're out there a couple times with them. It must be fun.
I tell you what, it's no better thrill when you're on the ice with Wayne Gretzky at center and Brett on the other side. It's one of those highlight reels that right after the game you scoot in there, so I want a copy of that.
You're gonna be expected to score, though.
Well, you know,
No?
I'll work on that one. I don't know. I'm the passer. That.
Tell us a little bit about that first period. It seemed to be a lot of excitement, obviously, from the fans early because of Gretzky. But how did the period go? It seemed a very tight checking period.
I think we did rather well considering the amount of penalties we had to kill. I think we came out really strong. We came out with a lot of desire, something we haven't done consistently at home. We've been doing it consistently on the road, but not at home. And I think killing the penalties was a huge, huge asset. That just feeds our fire.
You know, as you talk about it, you can't say this, but I'm not a particular fan of Mick Magoo, but the way he does a game. But it seems like, you know, sometimes, especially early in the game, they call the interference calls, and I think that's the time to maybe let it go. I don't know if you agree with that.
Well, I don't know. He seems to be. I can't really say. It's been around the league. It's been pretty inconsistent. You don't know what to expect night from night, and you know, we end up in the short end of the stick tonight. But we killed the penalties, and we're back at business.
Tony, thank you very much for joining us. Good luck in the second and third period.
Thank you very much.
That's Tony Twist with his cap on. Now let's go back upstairs to Ken Wilson.
And for being our guest tonight, Tony Twist receives a gift certificate to Spiro's Family Restaurants. If you enjoy great food, from fresh seafood flown in daily to delicious, thick, juicy steaks cut from black Angus beef, then be sure to try one of the 4 convenient Spiro's locations: Natural Bridge in Hadley, Watson and Arsenal, Woodsville and Olive, and the Tenderloin Room in the Park Plaza. No score after 1. This is St. Louis Blues hockey. Coming up, it is highlight time. That's next, the best of February here on St. Louis 11.
Welcome back to Kiel Center, where after one period of play, the Florida Panthers have played tough, and so have the St. Louis Blues, and we have no score after one period. The coolest game on earth, and St. Louis Blues hockey is brought to you in part by the U.S. Postal Service. We deliver for you. By your 30 St. Louis area Dobbs dealers. And by Royal Waterbed Stores, with 6 area locations, 1 each in Columbia and Jefferson City. Tonight's Southwest Airlines Blue Note. It's Media Madness at Kiel Center tonight. The Blues PR department received over 100 requests for press credentials, some 60 more than normal. National media on hand tonight include the New York Post and Daily News, and 2 writers from USA Today. Fly Southwest, the low-fare airline. Now the Blues completed the month of February, of course, acquiring Wayne Gretzky at the end of it. And we're going to take a look at the best of February.
stopped by Brett Hall, who takes the puck, and Vancouver's changing plays. There's no score. We're in the second period. Enjoying a great NHL game here at Kiel. Hall works over the line, into the corner, now behind the net. Jeff Hall scores! What a play by Brett Hall! Mogilny working in, Hirsch to the bench, the goal at the other end, empty in front, and the puck hits the post. Lume on a deflection. He and Bob Probert almost collide. Hudson and Probert collide. And here's Probert. Twist goes down, gets up, and they are wheeling away. Probert down. Twist hammering. Here's Noonan, a backhander. Stopped by Vernon. And the puck to the boards. Oh, what a chance. To the blue line. Crack took a shot. In front of McCall. They score. Stephon McCall with 55.5 seconds to go. And Amante clears the puck the length of the ice. Rolling. One, Pearson. Oh, go for a text. Rob Pearson from behind. Stewart to the bench. 6 seconds to go. Hawks can't clear. Noonan feeds over to Pearson. A shot. He scores with 6/10 of a second to go. Now the face-off to the point. McInnes makes a shot. Now lets one go deflected right on. He scores. Noonan on a rebound. Is it unbelievable? Oh, baby. He scores! Wayne Gretzky, a breakaway goal against Kurt McLean.
And thanks to our producer, Tom McLaughlin, for the highlights of the month of February. As after one period of play, it's the Florida Panthers nothing and the St. Louis Blues nothing. We'll be back with first period highlights with Ken and Joe. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
It's scoreless here at Kiel, headed towards the second period. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Ken Wilson along with Joe Micheletti. Well, as we said near the end of that period, there were no goals scored, but boy, we had a lot of excitement and a lot of action, and number 99 made some great plays.
Well, anytime the Blues had the puck, it seemed like either Wayne Gretzky had it or Brett Hall had it, and many times it was from one another. What an athletic play coming up right here by Wayne Gretzky, knocking the puck down, and then the quick puck movement. Everyone thought Brett was going to shoot, including Wayne. I think that's one extra pass. Brett trying to set up Wayne for his first goal here at the Kiel. And again, the way they move the puck around, Wayne's ability to put the puck through people, and that last pass over to Brett on the other side, Brett had a little bit of a problem with it handling it, and Fitzpatrick was able to come over and make the save.
Either team scores in the period. Shots on goal favoring the Blues 8-7. Our first period summary brought to you by your Midwest GMC truck dealers, Bellman, Bomarito, and Brooklyn GMC. Stick with us. What great fun we're having. No score going to the second period. The Panthers and the Blues. And this is St. Louis Blues hockey. Welcome back to Kiel. Both teams on the ice. No score as we get ready for the start of the second period. And we turn to our Blues leaders. Goal scoring, Brett Hall 35 goals. The injured Jeff Courtnall with 20. Shane Corson and Wayne Gretzky each have 16, and defenseman Al McInnes has 14. Our Blues leaders brought to you by the AutoZone, the best parts in auto parts. Boy, everybody wanting a 99 Gretzky jersey, and you Blues fans, if you want the official Blues Gretzky jersey, stop by the Blue Note Sports Shops or Blue Note Authentic Store to order yours. The Blue Note Sports Shops and Authentic Store are the only official Gretzky jersey stores owned and operated by the Blues. And while you're at the stores, check out the great savings during the Blue Note blowout sale. Come on in, choose from a large selection of coats, caps, and sweatshirts at drastically reduced prices. Call 622-BLUE for the store location nearest you. From the face-off to begin the second period, the puck deep into the Blues zone. Both teams are at full strength. Again, no score. Panthers intercept. It's centered in front. Puck taken by Jody Hall. Then a penalty as veteran defenseman Jay Wells is spun down, and we've got an interference call, and maybe this power play that the Blues will be on here, Joe, at the outset of the second period will result in a goal that'll get the Blues rolling.
Yeah, Mike Huff will go off. He interfered with Jay Wells. Huff trying to get through the slot. It looked more like a collision. Jay Wells doing a good job. Once he felt the collision, he went down, and Mick Magoo made the call. And the Blues with an early power play here in this second period. And what a job they did killing penalties in the first period. Florida just simply could not generate anything on the Blues penalty killing unit. And when they did, Grant Fuhr was there to make the save. Wayne Gretzky, it seemed like he played the entire first period. And of course, he's out there for this power play.
Interference, 17 seconds on Huff. The Blues 0 for 1 in the power play. Back deep in his own end, Kartner. He fires the puck the length of the ice. McInnes has it. He's on 1 point. Olsen is on the other. Gretzky is up front with Hull and Corson. Here's McInnes, left wing to Olsen at the red line. He'll fire the puck in around behind the Florida net. Hull in the corner, deflects it out in front, and the Panthers take over. And the puck shot off the boards the length of the ice by Jody Hull. And Jody Hull goes to the bench. Fitzgerald and Lowry killing the penalty with Murphy and Kartner. Blues to Hull at the red line into the Florida zone. Now a pass by Gretzky. Olsen makes the play, knocks the puck ahead, and Murphy intercepts. Murphy a pass in the middle to Strudlin. Right wing Lowry over the line. A shot off the stick of McInnes and high into the crowd behind Blues goaltender Grant Fuhr.
And I don't think David Lowry, the ex-Blues player, realized he had a 3-on-2 shorthanded. Florida had a good opportunity as they forced the Blues into a turnover just inside their own blue line. And Dave Lowry coming back. He's one of these veterans that we talked about on this team. Provides a great deal of leadership. Hasn't scored much this year, but really has helped out these young kids. And prior to the game, Doug McClain saying that really when you look at this, at the young kids on our team, there are real character players. You talk about Dvorak's just 18 years old, Jovanovski 19 years old, and these are players when they're on the ice, they stick out.
From the face-off, the puck at center ice. And it's shot by Kartner the length of the ice. Fuhr knocks it down behind the net. Pronger clears it up the boards. And Lowry intercepts. Not much of a play by Pronger when you have the power play. Now the puck tied up along the boards. Good work by Lowry. And finally, Kravchuk takes over. Kravchuk and Pronger. Howardchuk, Creighton, and Pearson. 46 seconds to go on the man advantage. Kravchuk to the center circle. Shoots the puck in, far corner. It dives. Kartner clears it around near side. Howardchuk intercepts. Then he gets hit behind the net to Creighton. He's wrestled down. Howardchuk ends up with a puck. Feeds it out to the right point to Kravchuk. He whacks it behind the net. Here's Rob Pearson. Murphy has his stick held, or maybe he was holding Creighton to the point. Corner, a shot wide. And the puck to center ice on Strudlin's stick, and he'll just dump it into the Blues zone. 2 minutes gone. Second period, no score. The Blues and Panthers. 12 seconds to go, and the penalty to Mike Huff of Florida. And the Blues work out of their own end. Pronger, left wing to Kravchuk. Right wing pass too far for Pearson. Law's back. Law's bump. Loose puck. Bateau centers the puck knocked away. Pearson to the point. Pronger! And the shot deflects wide. Now Huff back on. He gets the puck and clears it to center ice. Rob Pearson wheels and shoots it right back in. And both teams are changing. 2.5 minutes gone. We're in the second period at Kiel. No score. Paul Law is behind his net. He's the defenseman. Plays it up at center ice for Huff. He gets checked by Wells, and here's McInnes in his own end. Up to Jay Wells. His pass too far in the middle, and at center ice Laws. Pass knocked down by Hudson. Mike Hudson shoots the puck in for the Blues. Fitzpatrick, the goaltender, behind the net, plays it up to Garpenlaw. And he scoops the puck the length of the ice. It'll go over the end red line. Wells back to touch the puck, and a whistle and an icing against Florida, just 1 second short of the 3-minute mark. No score, second period at Kiel. And this is St. Louis Blues hockey. Well, a lot of great Blues fans watching this one, the youngsters here especially. Boy, longtime Blues fan Jim Williams. Boy, we hope you get well soon, Jim. Glad you're watching and listening tonight. And the best to you and your family. Boy, it's great to see the youngsters at Kiel, and I just thought I saw so many more tonight than I usually do. I usually see a lot, but tonight I got the sense there were many, many youngsters. It was like Mom and Dad wanted to say, we want you to be here for the memory.
Well, and the kids wanted to say that. My daughter Allison is here. She's 8 years old, hasn't gone to school for the last 2 days because she's had a fever and she's been sick. There's no way she was going to miss this game tonight.
Right point, McInnes. Oh, and a shot deflects just wide. And the Panthers, after the puck at center ice, Fitzgerald can't get it. Olsen shoots it in, and Jovanovski back with Gretzky on his back. Now to Murphy behind the net, up the near boards, and Fitzgerald is tied up. Gretzky gets the puck, a pass for Hull intercepted, and Tom Fitzgerald shoots the puck the length of the ice. Now a race. And McInnes back beats Lowry to it and takes a slash, and the whistle and an icing call against Florida. No score in the second period.
And Florida has been struggling somewhat as of late, even though Doug McClain says he feels his team has been playing as well lately as they have earlier in the season. This team is winless in their last 4 games, 1 tie, and they have scored just 4 goals, and in the last 13 they have won just 4 games, and yet they still have a chance to come out of the East as the #1 seed. They're just 5 points behind the New York Rangers, but they have 2 games in hand on the Rangers. So this is a team that has been strong all season. They've been consistent, but what they do lack is they do lack that key goal scorer that is there to score a big goal when you really need it.
It's a club with the recent slump, still 3rd overall in the East, 5th overall in the league, and that just makes me want to tip my hat. They have had a whale of a season. Here's a team that just hadn't been together very long. They're about as new a team as there is in the league.
And they don't practice much either, Kenny, because of their terrible travel schedule. It's the worst in the league.
Now the puck in the Florida zone, kicked to center ice. Kravchuk shoots the puck in. Kravchuk, Pronger, Mateau, Noonan, and Creighton for the Blues. This is the forechecking line, and that's what they're doing now, banging along the boards. Huff knocked down far side and has the puck under his body, and that draws a whistle to stop play. Well, we've got a lot of excitement coming up here at Kiel. Remember, on March the 22nd, we will have the big Anaheim Mighty Ducks team here. The Blues Mrs. Allison's poster night. The first 3,000 youngsters 12 and under will receive an attractive poster, so you want to take part in that. That is coming up on Friday, March 22nd.
You found it.
I found it. I think I'd heard about it before. Make it up as you go is one way to do it. Now Huck shoots the puck into the Blues zone for Florida. That's the play at Kravchuk, bringing it off the board. Murphy keeps it in. Kravchuk intercepts. His pass ahead, knocked down. Then Hudson gets it ahead to Noonan. Back to Hudson in. Oh, and his stick lifted just as he goes to shoot. Tries to center. And at the goal post, the puck smothered by Fitzpatrick. And that'll stop play. What a chance there for Mike Hudson.
And what a couple of passes. Brian Noonan put the pass right onto the stick of Hudson. An excellent defensive play by Stu Barnes coming back. Right at the center ice area, there's a turnover. Good job. And here's the pass coming up from Noonan right onto the stick of Hudson, and Stu Barnes, a good defensive play. Just as Hudson was getting ready to take the shot from 15 feet out, there was Stu Barnes to lift the stick and prevent Hudson from getting a good shot on goal.
Well, Patrick and Logan coming by. Big hello to their dad, Scott Ream, just back from the hospital. Not able to be here in person, but the youngsters wanted to remember Dad. Also a big hi to Jonathan Silver from Tara and John. Face off in the Florida zone. Gretzky partially fans. The puck goes behind the Florida net, and then it's cleared out. Big hit across the way by Pronger on Lowry. Blues back in their own territory. Hull gets the puck from Kravchuk. Now left wing for Corson. Over the Florida line, looking for Gretzky in front for Kravchuk, and he fans as he's hit. Gartner left wing for Lowry. Up the far side, through center ice, into the Blues zone. Feeds in front, nice pass. Then a shot. Oh, and that goes wide. Fitzgerald letting it go. And the puck cleared out to center ice. Both teams wanting to change here. Gartner with a puck in his own territory for the Panthers. Flings it over the glass on the near side, and a fan in row 5 has a souvenir.
This has been a very tight defensive game by both teams. Florida with all the power play chances in the first period. The Blues doing an outstanding job of killing penalties here. In the second period, we've played nearly 5 minutes. We played 4 minutes and 54 seconds, and we have yet to see a shot on goal in this period.
And remember, there are only 15 shots total in the first period. Both goaltenders getting a bit of a rest. Well, Pittsburgh, a team that can score a lot of goals, playing at home tonight. In the third period, they lead Winnipeg 8-2. Now the face-off. Panthers control, bringing the puck to center ice. Svensson over the Blues line, left wing, and Garpenlov's feed in front too far. Out of the corner comes Mellenby. Crisscrossing. Garpenhoff a shot. That's blocked by McInnes. Blues can't clear the puck out. Now Niedermeyer into the near corner. This is Florida's big line. Trying to wrap around. Backhand shot. Pure the save. And Grant Pure smothers the rebound. And that stops play. 5:19 gone here in period 2. There's no score. The Blues and the Panthers. Say, are you planning to take your car to the dealer soon for brake repairs? You know, you could buy Blues playoff tickets with the money you'll save at CarX. Save a bundle. Call the CarX man. And that reminds me that packages for the Stanley Cup playoffs here at Kiel, ticket packages are available now. I'm not sure you can find anything but single seats the rest of the way in the regular season, but you can call the Blues sales office tomorrow and find out about purchasing playoff packages to see Wayne Gretzky, Brett Hull, and the Blues in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Oh, it just keeps looking like that matchup with the Vancouver Canucks, doesn't it? And how about the Toronto Maple Leafs? On an 8-game skid, they fire their head coach, Pat Burns, today.
Nick Beverly taking over as the coach there, and well, they had some one-sided losses recently. Cliff Fletcher, the GM, makes the change. Blues clear the puck. It deflects at center ice. Goes the length of the ice. Svensson back behind his net. Pulls away from Noonan. Beats the puck up the boards. Now it's center ice to Mellenby. Mellenby, right wing. To Laws, the defenseman, a shot off the blocker of Pure. And here's Pronger in the corner in his own end. A pass in the middle. Mateau tips the puck out. Brought back in by Garpenhoff. Offside, Florida. 5:45 gone, period 2. The Panthers have had now the one shot on goal, the only shot in the period.
And now the Blues defense, there's going to be more pressure on them this game because of the fact Murray Barron, if you missed it, was thrown out early in the first period, a 5-minute high sticking major. And so Mike Keenan, who generally likes to go with 4 defensemen and spot that 5th and 6th at times, now has to rotate his defensemen and use Jay Wells a little bit more. The youngster Krister Olsen is going to see more ice time in this game.
This afternoon, defenseman Ken Sutton was sent to Worcester of the American League, and Dallas Aikens playing for the Worcester Ice Cats tonight, and he is coming back to rejoin the Blues. Now the puck shot the length of the ice. Jovanovski gets there first ahead of Hull, and an icing call against the Blues. The Blues with 6 defensemen, 12 forwards tonight. They had been going with 11 forwards, 7 defensemen, and with 12 forwards. That's why Dave Roberts has seen action this evening.
And Brett Hull wearing a new pair of skates tonight. He wore them a couple of games ago in the warm-up and decided to go with them in tonight's game. And now there's a lot of players that like to keep the same equipment. In fact, Wayne Gretzky uses all his old equipment. He doesn't like to get rid of it. But Brett Hull, he doesn't care. He changes his gloves every period because of his hands get sweaty. And his skates he changes every 2 periods because they get soggy and wet. And as I mentioned tonight, I said, how often have you used those skates? He said, I just warm up the other night. I'll throw them on tonight. And he had a file. He was filing them down. And nothing bothers him.
Everybody's a little different when it comes to equipment. Zezel wins the face-off at the Blues end. Wells with a puck. Up the near boards to Twist, who tips it to Zezel. He's in the center circle. Over the blue line, right wing. All a shot. And the save by Fitzpatrick. Now the puck comes to Florida, and they'll clear to center ice. McInnes at his own line to Jay Wells. Panthers changing. Wells leaves the puck at his line. Zezel on with Hall and Twist. To Hall, trying to get through the defense, can't. And the puck cleared out by Gord Murphy. McInnes in front of the Panthers bench has a pass go off of Mike Castleman's stick, and the Blues deep lose the puck. Now Dvorak behind the net, checked by Hudson. Hall gets the puck, clears it off Kartner to center ice. Kartner at the red line leaves the puck. Hall grabs it, dances around Castleman, in over the line, gives it to Twist. Twist the pass, knocked away. Loose puck in the corner. Murphy plays it to Dvorak into the middle. Left there by Castleman, played by Kartner. Right wing, Belanger to Castleman. Oh, and a great defensive play by McInnes. Pure out of the net. Pass, and a shot hits the side of the goal, and a big pileup, and the puck smothered. Boy, what a gem of a defensive play by Blues all-star defenseman Al McInnes.
Oh, that was tremendous. And on the play, Jay Wells got caught pinching in the Florida zone. And that led to the 3-on-2 and the excellent defensive play.
Still no score, second period. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Jay Wells in the Florida zone. He pinches up along the boards, and Florida is able to clear it quickly. They come back. 3-on-1. Al McInnes, the only defenseman back, and this is why he's an all-star. Forces the pass and then is able to release and go over and make the defensive play. Boy, that's just a tremendous play by McInnes. It looked like he hurt his arm or his hand blocking the pass, but what a tremendous play. Gets over, forces the guy to move the puck, and then releases quickly and blocks the pass.
That pass gets through. Pure moving towards the far side. Florida probably takes a 1-0 lead. Well, fans, a cellular phone from Ameritech lets you keep in touch with family and friends, even when you're in the most foreign of places, like hockey rinks. So call Ameritech at 444-4444. Ken Wilson, Joe Micheletti, and Bruce Affleck. The first of 3 in a row at home. The Panthers are here, and there's no score just past the 7-minute mark of the second period. And the face-off to Grant Fuhr's left. It is Zezel and Barnes. Into the corner to Kravchuk. Up the boards. Big hit by Mateau. Zezel clears it out. Laws shoots the puck back in, and it's offside. The Panthers offside. Let's pause here. 5 seconds for station identification. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Only St. Louis 11 has the Blues and the Flames Thursday at 7:30.
One shot on goal for each team in this period. The Blues have outshot the Panthers overall 9-8. And this is something that the Blues need to do. They need to put some pressure on. Florida has had a good year, but it's been one of the big reasons has been their goaltending. But as of late, their goaltending has struggled, and thus far, Fitzpatrick hasn't had to face many difficult saves.
Puck shot into the Blues' end. There's no icing, and Pronger behind the net. Florida's last 2 road games have been disasters. A 6-1 loss at Buffalo and a 7-1 loss at Hartford. Now the Blues work in. Noonan to Zezel. Nice move in front. He loses the puck, and it ends up in the corner. Here's Mateau. Out to the far point to Pronger. Now a shot. That's knocked down, and there's a penalty coming up. Play stopped, and the penalty will be against the Panthers. I think right in front, Zezel was cross-checked down. And with the score still 0-0, the Blues will have a power play.
Boy, this game keeps looking like the team that is able to score on the power play is going to win this game. In front of the net, Peter Zezel. Laws is there. Gives him a little bit of a shot in the back, and Peter Zezel helps out his own cause by going down. And the Blues will have their second power play opportunity of this second period.
7:38, cross-checking. The Blues 0 for 2 on the evening on the power play. The Panthers are 0 for 4. Florida in that first period, remember, when Murray Barron took the 5-minute penalty, and then there were subsequent penalties. Florida had, I guess, about a 1.5-minute period where they had a 5-on-3 opportunity.
And that's something they've been very strong on this year. They've scored 9 goals this year, 5-on-3, and the Blues completely shut them down.
Now the Blues set up in the Panthers zone, near point to Pronger. Ahead along the boards to Hull, back to Pronger, he'll shoot, and the shot deflects off Jody Hull's stick and into the crowd behind Mark Fitzpatrick in the Panthers' goal.
The thing that makes this Florida penalty killing unit so effective is that they're quick on the puck. They really put pressure on the puck. They don't give you a lot of time to set up, and the way you have to try and beat that is by making a couple of quick passes and try and get one of those players caught out of position. They really stay together, they stay disciplined in the box, and they start moving to the puck. They don't really allow you to take the shot or to take your time and set up. Blues have to move the puck quickly and then get the shot.
Gretzky, Corson, and Hall. Olsen on the left point, gets the puck from the draw. McInnes on the other point. Here's Hull. Not getting much room along the near boards. Flips the puck into the corner. Corson back along the near left wing side to Hull. Gretzky's on the far side of the ice. Back to the blue line to Olsen. A shot! And it is caught by goaltender Mark Fitzpatrick. And we check in with Bruce Affleck.
Well, thank you, Kenny. You know, everybody asks what can number 99 do for the city of St. Louis. Well, all you have to do is take a look at press row here. Over 100 credentials asked for today. And all these people make a story probably somewhere. This place is usually full from here down to this side, or empty, pardon me, and it's completely full here. You know, just so many things that he can do for a city, recognition around the country and North America and the world, really. And it will continue for a while, I'm sure.
All eyes lately have been on our great city of St. Louis and the Blues. Gretzky on the face-off, but right in front of the Florida net. And Kartner turns it to Huff. He sends it to center ice. McInnes slaps it back in his own territory to Olsen. Now to Al McInnes. Out of the blue line, over to the red line. Right wing to Hall. Hall, a snapshot, and that goes wide. Here's Gretzky on the near boards to Olsen. Rink wide to McInnes. He keeps the puck in behind the net to Corson. He's bodied by Murphy. Hall is there also with Kartner. And the puck comes loose to Skrudlin, who flips it along the far boards. Then Huff, run into by McInnes. Blues keep the puck in. A pass for Hall. Broken up. Murphy skates to center ice for the Panthers and backhands the puck the rest of the way down the ice. Laws off for another 52 seconds. No score in the second period. McInnes quarterbacking. At center ice to Olsen. Fires it in around behind the net out the far side. Kartner and Hull collide in the corner. Then Corson comes in. Gretzky behind the net has the puck. He loot him. Gord Murphy in front. Gretzky steals at the point. Olsen in the corner to Hull. In front for Gretzky. Intercepted by Kartner. Kartner clears the puck to center ice. Pass taken. Fitzgerald, right wing for Jody Hull, too far. He's bumped by McInnes. Jody Hull with a puck in the blue zone. Valuable seconds tick off the clock. Jody Hull comes to center ice. He still has the puck, flips it far wing. Fitzgerald, a shot! Oh, he grazes the goalpost. 10 seconds left in the Blues power play. Here's Creighton at his own line. His pass broken up. Trying to work in Mellenby. He's slowed up by Howard-Chuck, who steers the puck behind the net. Then Niedermeyer is all over McInnes. Law is back on. The Panthers at full strength. Blues were not able to do much in that power play. Up to Creighton. He drills the puck in. Side of the net cleared by Fitzpatrick. Along the near boards, here's Adam Creighton. He's vying for the puck and loses it. Garpenloff ahead to Mellenby over the checkered red line. Back for Garpenloff. He loses his balance. Kravchuk in the corner. Over skates. Mellenby feeds behind the Blues net. And in the far corner, Rob Pearson takes over. Pearson still in his own end. Dangerous pass to Kravchuk. Through center ice. Over the line. A drop pass. Creighton a shot. And that low drive caught and held by Mark Fitzpatrick. And play stopped with 9:45 to go. In the second period, still no score. The Panthers and the Blues. Well, we talked about all the excitement coming up here at Kiel. How about the Bud Ice Cap Nights? Join us again Thursday with Calgary here, and Saturday night with the Whalers in town, and you'll have a chance to win an exclusive collector's St. Louis Blues cap from Bud Ice. If you're sitting in the right seat, it could be your lucky night. Approximately 1,100 lucky fans will win. Plus, there'll be special offers at the concession stands for winners who wear their hats to the stands. Remember, you must be 21 or older. Good luck on the Bud Ice Cap Nights Thursday and Saturday. No score, second period. Blues win the draw to Pronger. And that shot deflects off a Panther player and well up into the crowd. Talking about the crowd, it is huge. The largest crowd ever to see a Blues hockey game here at Kiel Center. 20,725. What a night.
Yeah, and they're waiting for something to really cheer about. This Florida team is coming here, and they've done a good job. They're playing a good road game. They're not getting caught. They're keeping the Blues a little bit off balance. But, of course, the Blues in that first period spent most of the period shorthanded, did a good job of keeping Florida off the scoreboard.
Panthers with that one shot. Isn't that amazing in the period? Right point, Pronger. Shot right on the save. Oh, and Mateau unable to get a shot at a rebound. Has Fitzpatrick right there to hold on.
This is where the size of the Blues up front can be a problem for the other teams. Svela right off the face-off, the Florida defenseman. His job is to take care of Stefan Mateau in front. A good job by Pronger just getting the puck through. And there was Stefan Mateau. He deflected it once. And it was a good save by Fitzpatrick on the play, and then he was able to cover up on the rebound as well.
Now McInnes at one point, Wells at the other. That's where you usually see Barron. Noonan up front with Pearson and Mateau. They drop the puck. Pearson takes it in a whirling shot and a stick save by Fitzpatrick. Mellenby clears for the Panthers with the red line. Wells shoots it in off the stick of Pearson. Jovanovski back behind his net. Slams the puck up the near board. Too far for Mellenby. Wells keeps it in at the point. Fires the puck behind the Panthers net. And Ed Jovanovski, the Windsor, Ontario native, is back behind his goal with a puck. Windsor, of course, right across the river from Detroit. Puck cleared out. And Wells brings it back into the Panthers zone. offside. That stops play with 9:08 to go in the second period. What a big, impressive defenseman Ed Jovanovski is.
Well, we saw him play, Kenny, in Florida, and he controlled the play. For a 19-year-old kid, his ability to not only play physical and to hit people, that's one thing because he's got great size at 6'2", 205, but his vision on the ice and the way he handles the puck. And what's so impressive is that when he's going back into his own end to get the puck and he's got someone right on him, it doesn't bother him. He's still looking over his shoulder, and when he gets the puck, he wants to make the play. He doesn't want to just dump it off the glass, and he handles and passes the puck extremely well.
Blues tip the puck into the Florida zone along the near boards. Kravchuk shoves it ahead, and Robert Svela gets the puck, clears it down the ice. Racing after it first, Dvorak. He beats Kravchuk to it, then takes a hit from Kravchuk. Kravchuk covered. Dvorak steals in the corner. Oh, feeds in front, but back to make a nice play on Hump is Corson. Kravchuk gets the puck. Nice outlet pass to Pronger. Right wing for Hall. He's got Kartner all over him, and the puck ends under the side of the Florida net. Panthers try to clear. Corson knocks it down on the near side, fires behind the net. Gretzky trying to center from the far side, and Kartner intercepts. Terry Kartner can't get out. Gretzky keeps it into Corson. He tries to get around Chavela, takes a shot, and the save by Fitzpatrick, and the puck cleared to center ice. In the center circle, Pronger. A pass to Wells right in front of the penalty benches. He'll dump the puck in, and Chavela back. He gets sandwiched behind the net. Now the puck comes in front of the Florida net, and it's played by the Panthers. Kartner not out. Hall to Hudson. To Hall, a shot! And that one knocked away by Fitzpatrick. Now in the near corner, Hudson to Hall. Right point, moving in. McKinnis, he shoots on! Fitzpatrick out to make the save. The puck behind the Florida net. Corson check. Kartner gets the puck. Can't get around Corson. Now it comes to the corner. Kartner kicking at it. Then Strudel in there. Finally Hudson with it. He's bumped by Strudel. Here's Corson behind the net to Hall. Coming out in front. Hall checked and knocked down. Now 3 Blues players on the ice. A penalty coming up. Corson in the corner. And the puck wrestled away. And then Corson and Strudel start to shove. And the officials intercede. But there'll be a penalty against the Florida Panthers. 7:29 remaining in the second period. The Blues out shooting the Panthers in this period 8-1, and there is still no score. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
The Blues will have their third power play of this second period. Brett Hull, first of all, trying the shot, but behind him, Hudson is trying to get to the front of the net. He gets taken down by the Florida captain, Brian Skrudland, and Skrudland goes off.
Skrudland in his 11th NHL season. Interference at 12:31. The Blues 0 for 2 on the power play. Big face-off at the Panthers' end, and Zezel is out there with Pearson and Howardchuk. Olsen at the near left point, and McKinnis at the right point. Won't be long here. Gretzky and Hall and Corson get a little breather, and they'll be out there on this power play. The Blues out shooting the Panthers tonight 16-8. To the point to Olsen. Near boards for Pearson. Back to Olsen. Behind the net, out of Zezel's reach. Kartner has trouble. Howardchuk gets the puck to Zezel. He centers, but no one in front. Panthers take over. And Jody Hall clears the puck the length of the ice. And McKinnis is back. McKinnis works in front of his net. Out of the St. Louis blue line. Up to the red line. He winds up, shoots the puck in, and it hits Lowry in the back of the leg. Or check it. Make it Fitzgerald. Blues end up with a puck behind the Panthers net. They clear, and over the stick of Olsen through center ice, the puck goes back into the Blues end. And both teams are changing. 1:20 to go in the Blues man advantage. No score, second period. Pass up to Hall at the red line. Back to Olsen. He works into the Panthers end. Slaps the puck behind the net. It gets away from Fitzpatrick, but covering up is Paul Laws, and he clears the puck the length of the ice. The Blues now have McKinnis and Kravchuk on the points. Gretzky, Corson, and Hall up front. McKinnis, an outlet pass to Gretzky. Through center ice. In over the line. He goes parallel to the blue line to the near boards. The pass ahead, knocked away. Kravchuk slips the puck ahead, and Gord Murphy intercepts. He carries to center ice. His pass ahead. Mike Huff drops the puck, and a quick shot. Fewer the save. Rebound, and a backhander by Huff, and what a save. A great stand-up save by Fewer. Kravchuk up to Corson. The puck gets away. Jody Hall at his own line. He'll send the puck the length of the ice, and the Blues have not had a whole lot of success on the power play tonight. 25 seconds until the return of Brian Skrudlin. Kravchuk, a long pass, knocked down at center ice. Corson then gets the puck to Pronger. He'll smash it in around behind the Panthers net. Far side. Hudson knocks it down with his skate to Noonan. Behind the net. Nice pass to Pronger at the line. A shot! Save! Rebound! And on his back, Fitzpatrick has the puck covered in the crease. Boy, what a heads-up pass by Noonan all the way out to the blue line to Chris Pronger.
Well, this Florida penalty killing, they almost force you into making a blind pass, and Noonan just fires it from behind the net. Pronger was able to get a good low shot off. Fitzpatrick made the initial save, and Brian Noonan was right there for the rebound. Boy, good job by Fitzpatrick making the first save, and he's able to cover up on the rebound. And for the Blues, that's their 9th shot of this period. Florida has had but 3, and Fitzpatrick has been strong. He's been cool. He's made the big saves when he's had to for the Florida Panthers. And meanwhile, just prior to all this, Mike Huff ends up with a short-handed opportunity. Grant Fuhr made one save. Huff was able to get the rebound on the backhand, and as you mentioned, Kenny, Grant Fuhr just stood there, perfect position, and let Huff shoot the puck directly at him. I mean, that's a great save just because of the way he positioned himself.
Was he cool on that?
Waited for it.
Everybody else would have been flopping around. Now the Blues late in the power play. Pronger at the point. Now the power play over. Far side to Noonan. Skrudlin back on. Blues, Mateau centers. Noonan there. He shot. It goes wide. He had Fitzpatrick down. Now Creighton takes a hit from Jovanovski behind the net. Puck up the boards to Brian Skrudlin. He skates out of his own end up to the red line and just flips the puck in. Florida is changing. They are back at full strength. Just over 5 minutes remaining in the second period at Kiel. No score. Kravchuk to center ice. Ahead for Mateau out of his reach. Then Belanger leaves the puck. Kravchuk over to Mateau, and Mateau shoots it in. And the Blues change on the fly. Panthers deep in their own end. Up to Dvorak at center ice. Feeds into the middle. Castleman left wing to Belanger. Around one man. Run to the boards in the corner by McInnes. Roberts gets the puck ahead to Hudson. Looking for Twist at center ice from the red line. The puck shot in. Twist after it with Laws. They run together. The puck to the blue line. Wells the shot. Wells wide. Far boards. Here's Hudson. Twist is in front. He and Laws going at it big time. Now the puck to center ice. Dvorak over the line. A shot. That goes off Wells into the corner. Dvorak centers. And the Blues. Roberts clears up to Twist. Twist to the red line. Shoots the puck in. And at the side of the Florida net, Fitzpatrick directs the puck to Laws. Blues changing. Up to Dvorak, the youngster from the red line. He'll shoot the puck in, and Fuhr leaves it behind his net for Igor Kravchuk. 4 minutes remaining. Second period. Up the near wing for Twist. He is well past being late in the shift. He takes a swing at Laws and misses it. Now Mellenby overskates the puck. Twist gets it, flips it in, wide of the net. And the Blues looking to complete a line change. Cartner deep in his own end, flings the puck ahead, and it goes off Zezel at center ice into the Blues players bench. Still scoreless at Kiel. 3:44 remaining in period 2. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
One of the best chances of the night comes off the stick of Brian Noonan. He'll end up with the puck in front. He just makes the move, goes right to the front of the net. Now Mateau just throws it in front. It'll end up deflecting right onto the stick of Brian Noonan. He had Fitzpatrick down, but just fired wide on the short side.
Now Cartner tops it up. Hudson a pass for Pearson, and Garfinloff knocks it away. He and Pearson tie each other up into center ice. Come the Panthers. With the puck, Mellenby shy of the blue line, shoots it in. Niedermeyer after it behind the net. He and Wells go shoulder to shoulder. A battle along the end boards behind Fuhr. They kick at the puck late in the second period, and finally it's held long enough. Niedermeyer and Wells for Mick Magoo to stop play. Tony Twist moments ago had a very long shift. He kept bumping and shoving, getting the puck. He had to be tired after that shift.
And Paul Laws is one of the tough guys for Florida, number 3, and Tony Twist was trying to get something going. He was talking to him, trying to get Laws to fight him and drop the stick and drop the gloves, and Laws just simply wouldn't do it. You know, it's interesting. The last time Wayne Gretzky was in an LA King uniform here in St. Louis that Saturday night, Tony Twist was telling me he came on the ice one time against Wayne, and he had them all lined up along the boards in front of the penalty box, and he said he was going to run him. I said, you wouldn't have run him with all the talk about that was going on about Wayne coming here. And he says, listen, my best man at my wedding, I fought him 5 times. You don't think I would have run into Wayne Gretzky? He says he put his head up and saw me coming and stopped quick.
The face-off to Grant Fuhr's right. The Blues out shooting Florida 9-3 here in the second. No score in the game to the point. Jovanovski, a shot that goes wide. Pronger gets the puck up the near wing to Gretzky. Ahead for Hull. The puck deflects to Brett over the blue line, but he's ahead of the puck. And the whistle stops play, and it is offside St. Louis.
Now, a lot has been said about the incident in Edmonton the other night where Gretzky took that elbow from Kelly Buchberger, and that wasn't the first time that's happened. Buchberger and Wayne Gretzky were teammates for quite a few years in Edmonton, and since the trade, when Wayne went from Edmonton to LA, in many of those games where they played against each other, Buchberger would go out of his way to take a run at Wayne. In fact, early in that game, I remember one of the early shifts in the game against Edmonton, Wayne was going onto the ice, Buchberger was coming off the ice, and Buchberger with the slash, and Wayne had a few things to say to him at that time, so it's been a long-running feud between the two of them.
Puck deep in the Florida end. Cartner gets away from Gretzky. Passes it ahead. Too far for Strudlin. The puck shot back in towards the Florida line, and Gretzky has the puck at center ice. The Kravchuk up to Hull. In over the line, poked away by Svela. And Hull gets the puck again, tips it in. Svela has it, flips it to the center circle. And here's Pronger with a puck to Gretzky. Right wing to Corson, back to Gretzky into the Florida end. A pass in front, tipped away by goaltender Mark Fitzpatrick. Here's Gretzky getting a feed from Corson behind the net, flips the puck out, and the Panthers intercept Jody Hull. Into the middle with Mike Kopp. Up at the St. Louis line with Strudlin, gives him the puck on the far boards. Then Kravchuk intercepts and clears it out. Blues have control. Corson to Creighton, in over the line. On the right wing, Creighton in front for Corson, and he's too well covered to get his stick on the puck. And Jody Hull plays it ahead to Stu Barnes. Through center ice, Barnes over the St. Louis line. Lowry goes to the net, and a pass out of Lowry's reach. Then moving in is Fitzgerald. He slaps the puck behind the Blues net. Fuhr plays it to Wells. He tries to clear and can't. Jovanovski from the point, a shot knee-high, caught and held by Grant Fuhr. Looked like that shot was headed wide, and Fuhr holds on for a stoppage in play with 1 minute, 51 seconds remaining here in the second period. The Panthers and the Blues are still scoreless. Tarex wants you to know they don't stop at brakes. They also repair mufflers, shocks, and struts, front ends, and much more, all for much less than you'll pay at the dealer. Save a bundle. Call the Tarex man.
Well, the Blues are having trouble getting scoring chances because of the way the Panthers are playing in their own zone. They all collapse on the net. Anytime the Blues work the puck down low, this Florida team, they protect the net. All 5 players come down within the top of the circles, and they do a good job in front of their goaltender.
The Blues win the face-off in their own end and clear to center ice. Murphy can't play the puck. Peter Zezel has it. Weaving to the middle in the neutral zone. Stick handles into the Florida end. Shoots the puck into the far corner. Gord Murphy back. Here's Zezel. Leaves the puck in the corner. Jovanovski getting shoved. The pass. Zezel knocks it down. The puck back in the corner. Mateau and Jovanovski. Nice play by Jovanovski to Murphy. Then he's hit by Noonan, but from his knees clears up the far board. Zezel intercepts. Slaps the puck ahead. And Jovanovski has it. Plays it right wing. Fitzgerald over the line, a shot blocked by Jay Wells. Another drive right on. You're the save. Here's Wells behind his net. Jay Wells with a puck. Clears it around near side. Along the boards to Noonan. In the middle, too far for McInnes. And it's center ice, Cartner off the glass. On with Noonan to Barnes. He'll flip the puck in, far corner. Racing after it. The Panthers unable to come up with it. And the puck cleared out by Howardchuk. Now Noonan in his own end with a puck. Panthers changing. Over to Wells. Wells just dumps the puck down the ice, and the Panthers go back for it. Cartner clears it. Howardchuk knocks it down before it comes to center ice. Cartner with a puck, picked by Howardchuk, and the puck poked just wide of the Florida net. And the Panthers clear it up the near boards. Vela to Mellenby. In the middle to Niedermeyer over the line. He curls inside the St. Louis blue line. Heads for the slot. Covered by Kravchuk. Weaves into the near corner. Goes behind the net. And checked against the boards. Howardchuk scoops the puck up the near wing. Pearson clears it to center ice. The puck shot back in, and Pearson takes over. Works to the neutral zone. 7 seconds to go in the period. Puts it into the Panthers' end, and Carter with the puck behind his net. Fires it off the glass to center ice, and that's the end of period 2 here at Kiel Center. We're still scoreless after 40 minutes. The Blues in that period out shooting Florida 9-6, and the Blues have 17 shots on goal this evening, and the Panthers have 13. Blues fans, while you can't bring the home rink with you, you can bring the ice. Bud Ice. Ice brewed for the smooth taste that goes down easily. Bud Ice, the official beer sponsor of the NHL. Scoreless hockey through 2 periods here at Kiel Center. Coming up in this intermission, Bruce Affleck will visit with Blues president Jack Quinn. This is St. Louis Blues hockey. No score, the Panthers and Blues after 2 periods here at Kiel. Big crowd, and that makes Blues president Jack Quinn happy, and he is with Bruce Affleck.
Well, thank you, Kenny. Jack, I guess first of all, the acquisition of Wayne Gretzky, maybe one of your biggest days in sports?
Probably my biggest ever. It was quite a ride and quite a thrill, Bruce. Yeah, my biggest event ever in sports.
Has it sunk in yet?
I think it did tonight with a minute and a half standing ovation for Wayne Gretzky. It tended to sink in, and I just was so proud, so happy for the fans, because we do strive, as you know, as the head of our sales department, we do try to do things to please our fans, and I really felt tonight that their ovation proved that they were happy.
How big a scare was it in Edmonton?
It was a big scare. I was with my wife, and we were sitting in the 17th row, and he went down, and I just couldn't believe it. And Connie said, you know, he hasn't fainted. He's really hurt. And so I said, I've got to go downstairs and look. But at the moment, it was very, very scary.
Wayne Gretzky, I mean, we know what he does on the ice. What does he do for a team off the ice?
Well, I think he does a lot. We don't have enough time to tell us what he could do off the ice. I think first what he does great things on the ice, because he does a lot for the whole team as a whole. I think for the franchise, it proves to the fans that the people that you and I work for, the Kiel Center partners, are serious about building a Stanley Cup champion. And to the Kiel partners, which really is an amalgamation of all the great companies that make up our city, they deserve the credit, because they were behind this project the first day we brought it up. Season ticket-wise, advertising-wise, novelty-wise, I think everybody watching tonight knows what he does. But I really am thankful tonight, thankful for the largest crowd ever to see a Blues game, thankful to the Kiel Center partners for supporting the idea to bring Gretzky here and actually having him in a blue note.
It certainly looks nice. I know you and Mike Keenan worked long hours on this deal. How long did it take to put this thing together?
We noticed it in the Toronto Sun on December the 2nd, so it's taken 3 months. And it really heated up around the 10th of February, in between Mike talking to Sam McMaster, and then I'd pick up Sam, and he'd pick up somebody else, and Rogie Vachon, the president. It really was an excursion. I told somebody the other day that I never have to go back to Disneyland, because I've been on a ride that's better than Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. But it was really great, and it's great for the fans, and we're now going to proceed and try to sign him.
That's right. That's the next one. Jack, congratulations, and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you, Bruce, very much.
That's Blues president Jack Quinn. Now let's go back upstairs to Ken Wilson.
Guests joining us receive a certificate to Krieger's Pub and Grill, St. Louis's neighborhood sports bar and grill. Visit one of their 3 locations, Chesterfield, Maryland Heights, and Big Bend at 141. This game is going to go to the 3rd period at Kiel Center, scoreless. And Janet Jones-Gretzky signing autographs at Kiel. Welcome back home, Janet. Well, Wayne Gretzky and the Blues waiting to finish the story with a late chapter. No score going to the 3rd period. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Now the same story as after the first. We've played 2 periods at Kiel Center and no score between the Florida Panthers and the St. Louis Blues. St. Louis Blues hockey is brought to you by Southwestern Bell Mobile Systems, because a cellular phone is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And by Ford. Get 4.8% APR or $1,000 cash back on a 96 Ford Escort at your St. Louis quality Ford dealer on both sides of the river. By BMW, the ultimate driving machine. And by the U.S. Postal Service. We deliver for you. Tonight's NHL Notebook brought to you by your neighborhood Chrysler Plymouth dealer. Wayne Gretzky doesn't quite rack up the points the way he did in the 80s, but For the past 5 years, he has still averaged 1.6 points per game. Gretzky won the league scoring championship in 1994 at the age of 33. Now let's take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Bud Ice. The final, Pittsburgh just dominates and takes it to Winnipeg 9-4. Another final, good news for Blues fans, as Tampa Bay shuts out the Chicago Blackhawks 2-0. Another final, New York Islanders 5-3 over Boston. In the second, Colorado trails San Jose 4-2, and Dallas and Anaheim, no score in the first period. No score at Kiel either after 2 periods of play. We'll be back with second period highlights with Ken and Joe. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
We're in the second intermission at Kiel Center. Largest crowd ever to see the Blues here, and the Panthers and Blues are scoreless. Ken Wilson and Joe Micheletti welcoming you back. It's been a great night, a terrific night of hockey, just kind of unusual. We haven't seen a goal yet, and I am predicting that there will be 1 goal in the game, and Wayne Gretzky will score it. That's what should happen.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. Now, this is 2 good defensive teams playing tonight. The Blues were 8th in the league coming into this game. Florida was 9th, and they're showing why. They're playing very tight in their own zone. They're giving each other very few scoring opportunities. The goaltenders haven't had to make many difficult saves in this game, and it just continues to play tight. These fans here are just waiting for something to start screaming about.
Opportunities in that period. Brian Noonan had one.
And he probably had the best chance for the Blues in this game. He feeds the puck in the corner and then goes right to the front of the net, and Matteau throws it in front. Noonan ends up with the puck on his stick. Goaltender Fitzpatrick down, and Noonan just fires it wide on the short side. Here it is again. There's Noonan going to the front. The puck will end up right on his stick. You can see the goaltender Fitzpatrick down on the ice, and Noonan just couldn't get it up and over him.
Now at another play, Jay Wells pinched in at the other end. What a play by McInnes.
Oh, just a tremendous play. A 3-on-1 with McInnes. Now watch, he forces the pass and then releases to block the pass going back the other way. That's just a tremendous play by a 7-time All-Star.
Shots on goal in the period, 9-6 Blues. They're out shooting Florida 17-13. Our second period summary brought to you by the Discover card. It pays to discover, the card that pays you back. The team's ready to come on the ice for the third period. A huge crowd at Kiel, and there is no score. This is St. Louis Blues hockey. The puck is dropped at center ice, and the Panthers shoot the puck the length of the ice right on goal. Pure the save. Up to Gretzky. He's at center ice. Kicks the puck into the offensive zone. It's a delayed offside, and the Blues clear the zone. Vela feeds left wing for Huff. Hull intercepts, moving in. Drop pass to the great one. Back to Hull in front for Gretzky, and he can't get a shot. McInnes moves in. Fires the puck into the corner. Gretzky slips, falls down. And the Panthers clear to center ice. A bouncing puck controlled by Al McInnes. McInnes on defense now, along with Olsen and Wells. Wells is replaced. Blues shoot the puck into the Panther zone. Cartner gets it ahead to Skrudlin, shy of the red line. He'll flip it in, and back to play at Kravchuk to Hudson. Rink wide to Howard. Chuck on the move into the Florida end, and he cannot make the good move around Murphy. Then in the corner he steals. Howard Chuck works behind the net, pulling away from Murphy. He gets hit, knocked down by Skrudlin, and at the post, goaltender Mark Fitzpatrick smothers the puck.
And Florida continues to play well defensively. The Blues had a 3-on-2 when Brett Hull intercepted the puck. By the time they were able to finally work the puck into the net and get a shot, all 5 Panther players were back in the play and back around the net, preventing Wayne Gretzky from getting a shot off.
Big hello to Ken Hostler in Poplar Bluff from Jeff Perkins and Kerry Schreiner. Welcome back tonight to Elsie Maliff. Good to see you. Stacy Robinson wants to say hi to her children, Alicia and Zachary. And the face-off of the Panthers end, and the puck cleared to center ice. Kravchuk shoots it ahead, and the Blues control. It's Matteau working into great off the heel of his stick. Panthers can't clear. Far point, Kravchuk. Feeding into the corner to Matteau. A pass in front, knocked away by Murphy. Now here's Stefan Matteau behind the Florida net. He'll leave the puck. Creighton a wraparound attempt, and the puck goes through the crease harmlessly. Rob Niedermayer feeds it ahead at center ice. He's with Mellenby and Garpenloff. Puck shot in. Garpenloff gets around Pronger. Loose puck in the corner. Kravchuk puts it on Garpenloff's stick. He centers, and Kravchuk intercepts for St. Louis. Stick handling to his own line. Now a pass for Mateau. It gets past him, the puck the length of the ice, and it's touched by Ed Jovanovski, and that means an icing call against the Blues. We're still very early here in the third period, and there is no score.
Well, I suppose it really shouldn't be that much of a surprise that the Blues haven't scored in this game. They haven't scored an even strength goal now in over 5 periods against the Florida Panthers. Remember, the only game they played earlier this season in Florida ended in a 2-2 tie, and both Blues goals in that game were on the power play, and they were both scored by defenseman Al McInnes.
Ken Wilson, Joe Micheletti, Bruce Affleck at Kiel. Largest crowd ever to see the Blues. Blues win the faceoff in their own end. Largest crowd in St. Louis NHL history. Blues to center ice, dump it in. Far corner, Hudson. Pass behind the Florida net, too far for Howard. Chuck McInnes moves in and centers. And Dvorak has the puck, quick outlet, and at center ice, it's Belanger. Working in on the left wing, into the corner. Spun down by Pearson, goes behind the net, feeds in front. McInnes intercepts and dashes to center ice. He's at the red line. Shoots it into the near corner. The puck does not come out in front. Hudson plays it behind the net. Far corner for Howard-Chuck. Feeding it right in front. Oh, and Fitzpatrick, using the crossbar as a brace, makes the save. He was surprised. Pearson in the far corner. Along the far boards to Howard-Chuck. Now to Mike Hudson. Far corner in the Florida end. Along the boards to Pearson. Back behind the net for Howard-Chuck. Benson chasing him. Now a loose puck. Pearson into the corner to Howard-Chuck. He gets hit. Pearson gets the puck out to the right point to McInnes. In a crowd towards the net, right on! And a stick save by Fitzpatrick. That's the old send it to the net. Good things might happen, and good play by Fitzpatrick. Didn't have a good look at it, just put the stick down.
Well, especially when you play against a team where they all go back to the front of the net. You get all those skates and all those bodies just by throwing it at the net. It's not surprising that one of those shots doesn't deflect in.
Panthers at center ice. Fitzpatrick from the blue line, a low shot and a stick save by Fuhr, and the puck into the crowd. 16:48 to go in the third. No score. The Panthers and the Blues. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
The last good chance by either team came by Florida. Fitzgerald with the long shot, and Grant Fuhr well out of the net to make the save.
Gartner from the face-off, a shot, hits a player, goes wide. Gretzky clears to center ice. Gartner right below us in front of the penalty benches. Lifts the puck in off the glass behind the goal. Far side. Shot behind the Blues net by Jody Hull. Around near side, Brett Hull takes it, can't clear. Gartner at the point. Screen shot. Oh, what a save by Fuhr. And the puck left by Skrudlin, played by Pronger. Oh, a tough save for Grant Fuhr. Far side to Kravchuk at center ice to Brett Hull. He'll shoot it in right on goal. Mark Fitzpatrick to save. Coming up to the 4-minute mark, third period, the game is scoreless. Panthers clear the puck out. Pronger fires it back in. Fitzpatrick leaves it behind the net. The Blues are changing. Now it's Gartner playing it far side. And a pass from Vela, too far. At center ice, the Blues, and Wells dumps it back in. Gartner behind his net. Forced out by Creighton. Then Creighton knocks the puck down. Huff comes back to help out, takes a hit. Shot. Mark McInnes a save. Van Noonen from behind the net can't center. Barnes trying to clear. Then Svela in the corner. Wheels the puck off the glass. Not out. Kept in. Far point by Wells to Noonan. At the blue line, Mateau, a shot. Knocked out in front. Backhander by Creighton. Great save. Fitzpatrick. Now Noonan trying to work in front. Forwards to the corner. Centers off a skate. And the puck controlled by Fitzgerald. He's hit. Puck cleared to center ice. Barnes can't work in. He takes a swing at McInnes. Here's Jay Wells at his own line. Far side to McInnes through center ice. Over the blue line. McInnes works to the corner. Now makes a move. Centers. Barnes intercepts and clears to center ice. At the red line. Kravchuk over to Twist. He'll backhand the puck in. Twist on with Hull and Zezel. Up the left wing, it comes for Lowry. Leading the rush for Florida in the middle to Barnes. 3-on-2. Drop pass, quick shot. Fuhr the save on the shot by Tom Fitzgerald. And Fuhr holds on to stop play. 5:05 gone here in the third period.
Well, the Blues with a couple of good chances. Adam Creighton with the last one on the backhand. And they have had their chances when they have put on a good forecheck. Stefan Matteau with the long shot. Now Adam Creighton, he'll just spin on the backhand and let it go. And this is an excellent save by Fitzpatrick. Good, hard, low backhand by Adam Creighton from 20 feet out in front. And an excellent save. And both teams continue to take the body in this game. This has just been a well-played defensive game by both teams, and this makes you think a little bit about maybe having Jeff Courtnall back in the lineup. He was one of the Blues' hottest scorers when he was hurt, and he's actually gone backwards a little bit. They took away the removable cast and put on a permanent cast, and he's got to keep on that hand now for the next 7 days.
Face off in the St. Louis end. Wells behind the net. Far wing for Twist. He'll flip it to Brett at the red line. Brett trying to steer it in, unable to. Svensson takes over. Playing it back in his own end to Paul Laws, center circle. Pass ahead out of Garpenlow's reach. This will be icing as Wells touches the puck. And the whistle will take the face-off back deep into the Florida zone with 14:36 remaining in regulation action. Folks, we invite you to join the Blues for their last big event of the season, the Blues Power Play Fashion Show. It benefits the Kilo Diabetes Foundation, and it's coming up Sunday, this coming Sunday the 10th. The fashion show now will be held from 7 to 11 in the evening at the St. Louis Galleria. It includes cocktails, dinner, dancing, and a fashion show and a silent auction. Tickets available for $150 each. For more information, call 424-6500. Have some fun at the St. Louis Blues Power Play Fashion Show this Sunday night at the St. Louis Galleria. The face-off near the Florida net to the point. McInnes a drive and a pad save by Fitzpatrick. McInnes far side, shoots again. Fitzpatrick on his knees makes another save and holds on as Al McInnes fires away.
And the Blues defensemen switch places on this face-off. Al McInnes normally on the right side, plays on the left side so he can get the face-off and get the shot off. And that's a good save by Fitzpatrick, and then McInnes follows it up and does the right thing. Sees he has room, takes the shot, and Fitzpatrick again in good position and able to handle the rebound and cover up on Al McInnes.
The buddies of police officer Eugene Robinson wishing him a speedy recovery. Patty Revelle wants to say hi to her daughter, Jude Cynthia. And we're just happy you're with us wherever you're watching or listening tonight. No score, third period. The Blues and Panthers. Gretzky's home debut with the Blues. Florida controls the puck from the face-off in their own end. Czechoslovakian defenseman Robert Švejla behind the net. Feeds up the near boards to Niedermeyer. At center ice to Mellenby. Far side now. Švejla carries over the line. Lines her up. A shot. That hits someone in front of the net. And Zezel breaks out to Twist. Puck knocked away. Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer poke check. And the Blues have the puck. Wells behind the net. Banks it off the near boards for Rob Pearson. Now ahead for Zezel too far. Gardner leaves it at center ice, and the puck slides into the St. Louis end along the near boards. McInnes into the middle of the ice to Wells. Stick handling in the neutral zone. To the red line, he'll fire it in, and the Blues complete a line change. Panthers back. Up to Niedermeyer. Crowd chanting, "Let's go Blues," to Garpenlaw. Far wing to Jody Hull, and he'll clear the puck into the Blues end, and both teams are changing. No score, third period. Hull with a puck. Brett Hull, poke check by Jody Hull. Pronger back to cover up over to Kravchuk. Up the far wing to the great one. Right wing pass for Hull. Jovanovski, what a play. The youngster then overskates at center ice after intercepting. Retraces his steps and shoots the puck in. And Pronger back to the Blues. He'll clear the puck to center ice. Jovanovski has it. Shoots it back in. Glove down by Pronger. Far wing for Corson. The puck off his stick. He chases after it. Centers. And the centering pass deflects away from Hull. And the Panthers lead the attack. It's Hull, Jody Hull firing it in wide of the net. And Huff has it tipped away by Kravchuk. Pronger ahead for the great one. Here's Gretzky at center ice, over the red line. Into the offensive zone, right wing to Corson. In front for Hull or Kravchuk, and the pass by them. Now Huff trying to break out, can't, slowed up by Kravchuk. Then McInnes knocks the puck down, but it deflects to Jody Hull. That creates a 4-on-2. Jody Hull in a shot. The save by Fuhr, and the puck behind the net. Kravchuk fires it up the far boards, and here's Gretzky. His pass at center ice off Hull's stick, and the Blues are changing. Likewise, the Panthers. Florida at center ice. Gord Murphy shoots the puck in well wide of the net. Jay Wells back to play it. Near corner for McInnes. Al McInnes stick handling out of his own zone. He's shy of the red line. Fires it in wide of the net. Howard truck there. Centers. Svensson knocks the puck away. Blues keep it in at the blue line. Pearson getting it ahead. It's knocked down, and the Panthers chop the puck out. It'll slide back into the Blues end. 8 minutes have gone by in the third. Neither team has scored in this game. The Blues have 23 shots on net. Florida has 18. McInnes has played a lot tonight. Far side to Wells. shy of the red line. He'll shoot the puck in. They wave off icing. Law's back. Clears up the boards. Howard-Chuck knocks the puck down. Centers. And it's tipped away. Someone has the puck in their paraphernalia. And referee Mick Magoo stops play. Defenseman Magnus Svensson had the puck caught in his equipment. So the action is stopped. There's no score in the third period. And this is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Now the Florida Panthers with an opportunity. Jody Hall breaking down their right wing. It was a 4-on-2, and Hall able to get a couple of shots off, and there was Grant Fuhren. Just prior to all this, that led to the 4-on-2. It was the Blues with an opportunity. Gretzky to Corson. Hall trying to get in position to get open, and he didn't like the non-call as his stick was being held by Brian Skrudland of the Panthers.
The Blues have lost only once in their last 10 games. There's no score in the third. Panthers win the face-off in their own end. Kartner up the near wing to Garpenloff, the veteran Swede. He fires the puck in. Wells back, taken out of the corner, leaves it for Zezel. Niedermeyer checks him. Then Wells knocked down on the play by Mellanby. His shot blocked by Zezel. Then the puck shot by Garpenloff and a blocker save by Pure. Here's Niedermeyer in the corner. Along the boards, tied up by Zezel. Garpenloff gets the puck. A pass for Mellanby, tipped out to center ice. Twist, Hall, and Zezel on for the Blues with Wells and McInnes. Barron thrown out of the game with a 5-minute penalty in the opening period. Now an offside play at the St. Louis blue line. Bruce Affleck has a special guest with him.
Thank you, Kenny. We got a chance to visit with Janet Jones. I guess, first of all, Janet, has it sunk in that Wayne is playing in St. Louis?
It's starting to. I mean, the fans are great, and people have welcomed us very nicely, so it's been fun.
How about yourself? What are your intentions as far as moving to St. Louis and what's going on the next couple months for you?
Wow, the next couple months is pretty crazy. I mean, my kids will finish school in LA. The times that Wayne and I are here, or I come and visit Wayne, we'll look for houses and, you know, check out schools and do that thing so we can be ready in September. Schools,
does it bring back memories for you?
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, some people are coming up from the stands going, yeah, remember me in high school, and it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun.
Well, welcome to St. Louis and good luck.
Thanks for having us.
Back to Ken.
Welcome back to Janet Jones Gretzky. Hattonville High School, I believe, or high school here in St. Louis. A lot of family. Now Kravchuk moves into the Panther zone, works behind the Florida net, comes in front. She's on his backhand, a shot, hits a skate. Noonan, a shot, he scores! Brian Noonan, and they go crazy. Oh, baby, they love it. The largest crowd in St. Louis Blues history, either the arena or Kiel Center, and they have just seen Brian Noonan give the Blues a 1-0 lead in the third period.
And this has been the best Blues line in this game tonight. When they have been forechecking, they've had opportunities. They're able to carry the puck in. That's Igor Kravchuk doing a good job. He'll just throw it in front. We talked about deflections. It hits a skate, a couple of shin pads, and there was Brian Noonan just heading right to the net. Kravchuk around the net. Now watch the puck. It'll deflect about 3 or 4 times. It's a number of players, and there's Brian Noonan doing a good job. He just goes right to the net, picks up the loose puck, and a quick shot on the backhand has given the Blues the 1-0 lead.
12th of the season for Noonan at 9:17. Panthers work out of their own end. Then Gretzky gets the puck, can't shoot it in. McInnes in the center circle fires it in. Boy, Noonan has had some memorable goals. Now the Blues intercept right in front. Hall can't get his stick on the puck. And Stu Barnes breaks out. A 3-on-2. Gretzky trying to get back. Barnes over the line. Gretzky back. Collides with a player. And the puck through the goal mouth out of Lowry's reach. And we go the other way. Hall takes a pass from Corson through center ice. Middle of the rink. Over the blue line. Hall on the far left wing and play stop. It's offside. Corson offside at the Florida blue line. 10 minutes, 6 seconds to go. Third period. Brian Noonan has scored from Creighton and Kravchuk, and the Blues have the lead. Noonan's 12th of the season.
And I think Brett's is still smarting from that shot he took in Edmonton the other night. It was only a couple of nights ago, and he had severe headaches, and now he really worked getting back into the zone. It was a 3-on-2. He came all the way back from the Florida zone to turn that into a 3-on-3, and then the collision. Meanwhile, the goal again, Igor Kravchuk. What a job carrying the puck in. and the puck bouncing and rolling, and Brian Noonan jumping on the loose puck, letting go the quick backhand shot, and the Blues lead it 1-0, 10:06 to go in regulation time.
How about those Blackhawks losing at Tampa Bay? If a Blues victory were to materialize tonight, the Blues all of a sudden would be only 9 points behind the Blackhawks with 2 games in hand. Gets kind of interesting.
Yeah, they could move ahead of Vancouver with a victory tonight. Vancouver 1 point ahead of the Blues going into this game tonight, but the Blues 2 games in hand.
Niedermayer races into the St. Louis zone, stops, run to the boards by Kravchuk in the corner. And the Blues end up with a puck. It's Zezel. Zezel flips it ahead out of twist reach, and the puck shot back in by Taylor. Here's Kravchuk behind his net, clears up the boards. The puck hits Mellanby now in the corner. Niedermayer, he's tied up by Kravchuk and pulls away. Nice play by Rod Niedermayer behind the net. To Garpenloff in front for Mellanby, knocked away. Puck chopped to the corner by Pearson. Niedermayer covered by Kravchuk, and the puck cleared out by Zezel. The puck goes the length of the ice. Svela and Twist go after it. Svela gets there first. Icing is the call against the Blues. Now Twist having words with Svela. Pearson there also. 9 minutes, 21 seconds remaining in the third. Can the Blues hold on? They lead the Panthers 1-0. Let's pause 5 seconds for station identification. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Don't miss the Blues and the Flames, Thursday at 7:30 only on St. Louis 11.
Boy, we've got some great action coming up on television. Thursday night on KPLR TV, Calgary in. Saturday night, Hartford, a lot of ex-Blues coming back. That'll be on Prime Sports. Then a Tuesday game next Tuesday in Calgary on Prime. Friday night, March 15th at San Jose, back on Channel 11. And then in Los Angeles on Monday night, March 18th. That'll be on KPLR St. Louis 11. And, of course, all the Blues games on KMOX. News Talk 1120 in our Blues radio network. Howard Chuck gets the puck to center ice to Hall. Back for Howard Chuck too far. And Laws with a puck in his own end for Florida off the far boards. To Dvorak. He'll chop it into the St. Louis end, and McInnes skates back. We're down to 9 minutes remaining. The Blues have a 1-0 lead. Up to center ice to Hall. He'll flip the puck in. Hall is on with Hudson and Howard Chuck. Howard Chuck in the corner to Hudson. He's tied up. Centers. Off the stick of Howard Chuck. He goes after the puck. Gives it to Hall, but it's just out of his reach. Now to center ice. Mike Castleman in his second NHL game. Over the St. Louis line to Belanger. He's covered. Castleman sends the puck to the blue line. Svensson chops it ahead. Castleman kicks at it. It's knocked away to Hall. And Hall at center ice with 2 men to beat. Around Svensson. Unable to get past Murphy. And the Blues want to change. Likewise, Florida.
Mike Keenan has been double shifting Brett Hull in this period, playing on a line with Gretzky and then also getting out there with the other centerman as well.
Florida shoots the puck into the St. Louis end. Kravchuk plays it behind the net near side for Pronger. Up to Noonan. His pass rink wide to Creighton. He gets to the red line, sends the puck high in the air, going wide of the net, but out of the crease to catch it, Fitzpatrick. He leaves it for Jovanovski. It ends up coming to center ice to Brian Skrudlin, the veteran on the right wing. Over the St. Louis line. Huge shoot and a fine save by Fuhr. Pronger, a big hit in the corner. Bateau gets the puck. He gets hit by Skrudlin. Makes a nice move, gets away, cuts right in front of Fuhr. Passes the puck over to Kravchuk. He clears the center ice. Jovanovski at the red line. Shoots it in, and Kravchuk turns it to center ice to Gretzky. His pass gets away. Then Gretzky steals from Jovanovski to Noonan, but it's offside. Gretzky precedes the puck over the Florida blue line, and that stops play with 7:40 to go. We're in the third period. The Blues won, the Panthers nothing. And this is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Brian Skrudlin ends up with a good chance on Grant Fuhr. Skrudlin hasn't scored a goal since November. He lets this one go, and Grant Fuhr on the deflection makes the save.
The faceoff is just outside of the Florida blue line. 7:40 to go in regulation. Blues up 1-0. Noonan has scored here in the third. Gretzky out there. Turns the puck to McInnes at the red line. He'll whistle it in around behind the net off the far side. Svela trying to get away from Corson. Gets the puck up to Barnes. Now to Lowry. Lowry at the St. Louis line. He's checked well by Zezel, or Wells rather. And McInnes a long pass too far. The puck the length of the ice. Svela back to touch it for Florida. And an icing call against the Blues. Again, the Blues are up 1-0 here in the third period.
One of the assistant coaches for this Florida team is former NHL defenseman Lindy Ruff. He's an assistant coach, but he has a great deal of authority. He is responsible for changing the defensemen, making switches during the game, and it's solely his responsibility. He doesn't have to get any type of cues from Doug McClain at all. If he wants a certain matchup, he has the authority to make it, and that's really unusual for an assistant coach in the National Hockey League. Mike Keenan, as we know, is responsible. He likes to change everyone on his bench, and sometimes not change.
The face-off to Grant Fuhr's right. Barnes and Howardchuk. Barnes on with Lowry and Fitzgerald. Svela at the left point. And Kartner is at the right point for Florida. Howardchuk is out there with Pearson and Hudson. Howardchuk waved out. Now the face-off will be between Hudson and Barnes. The draw to Svela. He fakes. He shoots. Ooh, just wide. And a rebound to Howardchuk. He clears the puck to center ice, and Terry Kartner controls for Florida. Up now to the red line, shooting the puck in. Fuhr out of the crease, stops the puck behind the net for Pronger. He clears it up the boards, not out, kept in, but Howardchuk takes over, clears it ahead. Pearson a pass for Hudson, and it's chopped away at the Florida defense. Lowry gets the puck ahead to Svale at the red line. Back to Dave Lowry, the ex-Blues player. Over the line to Barnes. He winds up a shot, and a nice blocker save by Fuhr. Mike Hudson with a punt. Plays it up the ice to Pearson. He gets to the red line and shoots it in. Both teams changing on the fly. The Blues have 24 shots tonight. The Panthers 20. Noonan has scored the only goal. Now at center ice, Kartner a pass too far. The Blues control the puck in their own end. Out of his own zone, Wells. Pass ahead for Creighton. In over the Florida line. It's knocked away, and Niedermeyer takes it the other way, racing up the far right wing. Cutting in on Wells. Feeds in front, and Fuhr just casually kicks the puck out. Blues can't clear Niedermeyer. Florida danger, side of the net in front. Mellenby stopped by Fuhr. Niedermeyer to Svensson. And from the blue line, he shoots over the net. Garpenloff far side, passes to Niedermeyer behind the net. He's tied up by Wells. Mellenby there looking for a loose puck. Wells knocked down. Mellenby works to the corner. Scott Mellenby leads the puck for Niedermeyer. He comes behind the net. Look out. He comes in front. Wheels. Shot blocked by Creighton. Loose puck. Creighton gets it and backhands it to center ice. Magnus Svensson has a pass knocked down by Mattel. Then Svensson pokes the puck away into the Blues end. Both teams trying to change. Kravchuk takes a feed from McInnes. Races to the red line. Kravchuk has played well tonight. He works into the slot, and a shot goes wide off Svensson. Fitzpatrick clears the puck ahead. At center ice, Garpenloff. Powell wrestles the puck away. Puck's hit on the left wing. Brett against Laws. Centers. Fitzpatrick tips the puck away. And the Panthers work to center ice. Garpenloff to Jody Hall. Florida changing. Now to Strudlin. Back for Jody Hall, and the play broken up by Pronger. And he'll spank the puck off the boards. It'll wobble the length of the ice over the end red line. Touched by Gord Murphy, a whistle, and icing is the call against the Blues with 5 minutes, 3 seconds remaining. Here in the third, the Blues up 1-0. Folks, if you're not here to enjoy Blues action tonight, we're glad you have joined us. Also, you know, you can read about it tomorrow in the Post-Dispatch. Call 340-8888 and have the Post delivered to your home.
Well, the Florida Panthers are coming off an excellent shift. Rob Niedermeyer, an excellent youngster, good speed, feeds to Scott Mellenby. Mellenby was able to walk right out in front, but there again was Grant Fuhr. He stayed there and was able to make a good save on Scott Mellenby, the leading scorer for the Florida Panthers.
This Panther team does not look like a struggling team to me. If you go back to when the Blues played them in Miami on February 11th, just before that game, they have played that game and 9 total. They've gone 2-5-2. That's not a very good stretch for one of the league's top teams, but they played well tonight.
Yeah, they really have. And even going back to the 7-1 loss at Hartford, they outchanced Hartford 27-11 in that game and lost.
Blues trying to break into the Panthers zone. Noonan knocks into Murphy, but the Panthers control the puck. Far wing to Jovanovski at his blue line. A pass for Huff by him. Back to play it with no icing is Pronger. Up the wing, too far for Noonan, and it's center ice, Gord Murphy. He's number 5. Back in his own zone. Blues are changing, likewise Florida. Now the puck back to Murphy, out of his end, up to the red line. He'll shoot it in off Pronger. Back to get the puck, McInnes. He'll just clear it out. And it goes by Kartner, the length of the ice. And as the Panthers, Dave Lowry touches the puck. Icing is the call. 4:16 to go in regulation. The Blues won. The Panthers no score. This is St. Louis Blues hockey.
Wayne Gretzky's first game as a St. Louis Blue was in Vancouver. The referee that night was Dan Marawelli, and also that night Wayne Gretzky scored his first goal as a St. Louis Blue, and after he scored it, Marawelli went into the net, took the puck, and put it in his pocket. He wanted to keep it. Brett Hull saw him, went over to him, said, "Hey, what are you doing with the puck? Give me the puck." And he fished it out of his pocket, gave it to Brett. Brett took it over to the bench, but he wanted that thing.
We're getting ready for a face-off near Grant Fuhr with 4:16 to go. Officials love the game, and they're not adverse to, if you will, pocketing some memorabilia from time to time.
That's a good way to put it.
The Blues have the game's only goal. Scored at 9:17 here in the third period. Brian Noonan's 12th of the year. Adam Creighton and Igor Kravchuk assisting. Now Gretzky in the faceoff wins the draw. Pronger sends the puck behind the net. Kravchuk has it. Far wing to Corson. He'll clear it out. Corson, Gretzky, and Hull. Svensson back in his own territory for Florida. Whacks the puck to center ice, and it'll end up in the blue zone. Florida changing. Kravchuk to Pronger. Along the near boards, up the middle to Corson. Tipping the puck into the Florida end, and Kartner has it. He clears the center ice. Pronger shoots it back in, and Kartner has the puck again. Far wing it comes. Down the middle of Barnes. Working in. Drop pass. Fitzgerald. Beats behind the net. Near corner to Barnes. Barnes a shot. Ooh, Fuhr the save. On the far boards, Stala the defenseman. Skates out to the right point. Wheel shoots. Deflection. Save. And on the rebound, Pronger with a mighty check. Oh, wow. He sent Dave Lowry flying, and then as the puck comes to center ice, Lowry retaliates. The teams are changing. Florida moves in. A long wobbly shot by Barnes. Caught by Fuhr. The teams continue to change. McGinnis a long pass. All over the red line. Flips the puck in. 3:12 to go. Creighton hit behind the Florida net by Murphy. Kartner shovels a pass up the wing into the middle to Niedermayer. Now into the blue zone. A drop pass for Belanger. His shot hits Mateau, and he'll just flip the puck to the Florida blue line. Played there by Jovanovski. Ahead to Belanger. Very much an offensive player. Into the Blues end along the near board. Noonan steals the puck and clears it out. Under 3 minutes remaining. Jovanovski in his own zone. Out to center ice. Noonan intercepts. Fakes a shot. Gives to Hudson. He shoots. He scores! By Hudson. And maybe that puts a cap on it. With 2:42 to go in the third period. Noonan, a beautiful move to set up Hudson, who scores, and the Blues take a 2-0 lead.
And a good job by Dale Howard-Chuck, forcing the turnover. And again, the Blues quick on the puck. They're able to clear it out of their own zone first. That was Noonan. Then Dale Howard-Chuck, good hustle to force Florida into a bad pass. And then Noonan, what a pass over to Hudson. He faked the shot. Got the goaltender to brace himself, and then just feeds a perfect pass to Hudson on the left side and put it into the net. Beautiful passing play. There's some disagreement, it looks like, at center ice. Florida, I think, might be protesting the play, thinking it was an offside play. Remember, Howard-Chuck was inside the Florida zone, forcing the quick pass. And the Blues very quickly turned it into a goal.
Hudson has his fifth. 17-18 the time of the goal. I thought it was a very close play, but I had a good look at it, and I thought it was an onside play. Kravchuk from the faceoff shoots the puck in. Blues up 2-0. Jovanovski behind his net to Murphy in the corner. He'll clear to center ice. That shot on goal, by the way, that Hudson put in was the Blues' 25th shot of the game, which is always significant. The Blues dump the puck in. With the 25th shot, the Blues wish Southwest Airlines a happy 25th anniversary. Here's Niedermayer for Florida back over the line, a drop pass. Murphy pokes the puck ahead. Kravchuk breaks up the play, and Zezel, with help from Pearson, clears the puck out. Southwest Airlines celebrating 25 years of low fares, frequent flights, and fun. Panthers at center ice, down 2-0 late. Tip the puck into the blue zone. Wells back behind the net. A pass up the far wing to Corson. He clears the puck out, and play is stopped. Now they're counting players. The Blues have 2, 4, 6 skaters on the ice at one time, and that's reason enough to stop play, and that's not including Grant Fuhr. I'm talking about players other than the goaltender. There were 6 of them out there after play was stopped, and none of them were near the bench. 1:51 to go. the Blues are going to pick up a penalty. Let's check the scoring recap. No scoring in the first, no scoring in the second. Here in this third period, Noonan scores his 12th at 9:17. Hudson his 5th at 17:18. Tonight's goal scoring recap brought to you by your Midwest GMC truck dealers, Bellman, Bomarito, and Brocklin GMC.
Well, there was only one center on the ice. Meanwhile, here's the reaction of the number one line for the Blues. Hull, Corson, and Gretzky celebrating the Blues' last goal.
Would you say that they're already thick?
Oh, that's not togetherness, is it?
What a picture that is, folks, and let's hope we see pictures like that in May and June.
This has been a battle for this team tonight. Florida has come in here and they have played a heck of a hockey game. With this big crowd, the enthusiasm, the anticipation of Wayne Gretzky playing in his first home game for the Blues, they have made it very difficult on the Blues tonight. The Blues have had to fight through a lot to come out of here with a hopeful victory. 1:40 to go in this game.
Panthers shoot the puck in. Gretzky gets it, clears at the length of the ice. Dave Roberts serving the bench penalty for too many men on the ice. Called at 18:09. Florida on the power play tonight. 0 for 6. They trail 2-0. To the bench goes Fitzpatrick. Panthers work in. Blues clear the puck into the crowd. Hull does that. So Florida has pulled the goalie with 1:25 to go. Now with a face-off just inside the St. Louis blue line, Fitzpatrick will come back on the ice.
And how about the job Jay Wells has done in this game? Since Murray Barron went out early in the first period with the 5-minute major for high sticking, he was thrown out of the game. Instead of rotating 5 defensemen, for the most part, Mike Keenan, all he simply did was move Jay Wells into the slot. And here's a player that doesn't get all that much ice time, 36 years of age, and he has stepped in and really played a marvelous defensive game for the Blues.
And only been winded once or twice. Boy, he's had a workout, and he has done well. Blues win the draw, clear the puck to length of the ice. Mark Fitzpatrick back in the goal. 1:15 remaining. The Blues up 2-0. They are shorthanded. Florida has had 25 shots on goal, same number as the Blues. Here come the Panthers again. And Mellenby loses the puck. Fitzpatrick has gone to the bench. Florida with 6 skaters. The Blues have 4. Panthers shoot the puck in. Pronger back to play it. Under a minute to go. And Pronger shoots the puck the length of the ice, wobbling towards the goal, into the crease. And Murphy plays it just wide of the post.
He almost missed it.
50 seconds to go. 2-0 Blues. Barnes at center ice. Right wing to Niedermayer. Moving in. Into the slot. A pass. That goes off Belanger. Puck played back to the point. Hull intercept. Shoots at the length of the ice again. When you're shorthanded, it's 3-shot time, the length of the ice. Down to 30 seconds remaining here at Kiel. Biggest crowd ever in St. Louis to see the Blues. The Great Ones debut in St. Louis with the Blues, and the Blues lead 2-0. Puck into the blue zone. Hull catches a stick in the mouth. Panthers have the puck. And a pass to Svensson gets by him. The puck the length of the ice just wide of the net. 13 seconds remaining. Gretzky gets the puck. He's behind the Florida net. Their goaltender has been pulled. Gretzky in front of backhander hits the post. 5 seconds to go. The crowd wanted that one. Now the Panthers clear to center ice. Noonan a shot wide. It's over. Oh, baby, what a night at Kiel Center. 20,725. The largest crowd in Blues history. And the Blues congratulate Grant Fuhr, who tonight has shut out the Florida Panthers. And it, of course, again is Wayne Gretzky's first game wearing the blue note in St. Louis. And with seconds remaining, Joe, he almost scores.
What a play. He was the only Blues player in the offensive zone. He was looking around. No one was around, so he says, I'm going to try and score. 3 Panther players around, and Gretzky on the backhand hits the near post, and it goes off the other way.
Well, what a game. What fun tonight here at Kiel Center, and another shutout for the great goaltender, Grant Fuhr. Well, Blues fans, remember, it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you enjoy the game. Boy, we hope you did tonight. Always reach for smooth Busch beer and easy drinking Busch Light. That is true enjoyment. The final, the St. Louis Blues 2, the Florida Panthers 0. We'll be back in a moment. This is St. Louis Blues hockey. We are back at the Kiel Center where the Blues shut out the Florida Panthers 2-0. Let's check our third period summary, and that tells you everything about this one. That's when the 2 goals in the game are scored. 9:17, Brian Noonan's 12th from Creighton and Kravchuk, and then a goal that wrapped it up. Mike Hudson's 5th from Noonan at 17-18. Shots on the night, 25 for each side. Our third period summary brought to you by Hardee's, where it is always fresh from the kitchen. Big goal for Brian Noonan. He is standing by with Bruce Affleck.
Well, thank you, Kenny. You mentioned a big goal from Brian Noonan. It was his 12th goal of the season, and half of those have been game winners now. Of course, you maybe remember one of the overtime one against Chicago. Congratulations. It may have been Wayne's first game here, but it was your game. Great game.
Yeah, I haven't had many goals, unfortunately, this year, but, it's nice to get them when they count, and, hopefully I can keep going.
Now you steal the spotlight from the great one, right? But a big goal halfway through the first period, or third period. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, Igor made a great play. He made the whole rush, and came around the net and took a shot, and I don't think the goalie knew where it was, and I just batted at it, and I actually think it went off his pad and into the net.
It's not how, but how many, right?
Exactly.
Brian, this team, a lot, of course, media lately with the trade of Gretzky. Is it kind of taken away maybe from some of the other things, or is it let you go do your own thing?
I think one thing it's brought is the guys around are a lot more excited to come to the rink. The way the season was going, we were winning 2 games, losing 2, and it was kind of in a lull. And a guy like Wayne shows up, and everyone's excited to practice. And I mean, it's just amazing the way he's changed the dressing room.
This team, let's say 3 weeks ago, before you beat Chicago, people said no way you'd catch Chicago. Now you're looking at Chicago and their sights. They lose to Tampa Bay tonight.
Yeah, we can't worry about what Chicago does. We just got to keep going out and working hard. I think ourselves and Vancouver are in a pretty good dogfight, and that's who we're worried about. And if we keep going to catch Chicago, great. But we're just worrying about Vancouver right now.
Brian, congratulations. Keep it going.
Thanks, Bruce.
That's Brian Noonan. You got the game winner tonight. Now back upstairs to Ken.
Thanks very much, Bruce. Well, you look at the Blues now. What have they done lately besides getting Gretzky? In the last 11 games, this hockey team has been beaten only once. So you got 2 things rolling. Gretzky and a team that's picking up a lot of points.
Yeah, well, what they continue to do is play well defensively, and I think offensively this team's going to get better. When you watch Brett Hull play the last few games with Wayne, it looks like he's looking to pass more instead of looking to shoot. Once they get used to each other, and once the other players make the adjustment playing with Wayne, this is going to be a better offensive team. We've seen some very good signs of this team breaking out.
And the interesting thing is, everybody expecting great things from the power play, and the Blues really didn't get anything from the power play tonight.
No, and give credit to Florida. They came out and they played a wonderful road game. Their penalty killing was excellent. They kept the Blues off balance, and that's a good Florida team we saw tonight.
Yeah, they are one of the very top teams in the NHL this season, and they put up quite a battle. But the 2 goals in the third period give the Blues a 2-0 victory. We'll return to Kiel Center in just a moment, so stay with us. This is St. Louis Blues hockey. An exciting night at Kiel. In the final, the Blues win it over the Panthers 2-0. And Joe has the Bud Ice 3 stars.
Excellent goaltending tonight. The number 3 star, Mark Fitzpatrick, the Florida goaltender. Number 2 goes to Grant Fuhrer, who had his 3rd shutout of the season. And the number 1 star tonight, Brian Noonan, his 12th goal. 6 of those this year, game winners. Brian Noonan scored the game winner again tonight.
Fitzpatrick, Fuhrer, and Noonan, the Bud Ice 3 stars. And Bruce has the Bush play of the game.
Well, thank you, Kenny. And the Bush play of the game comes late in the third period. The Blues had a 1-0 lead, and a great move by Brian Noonan, faking the slap shot, throwing it over to Mike Hudson, who had the open net. Fitzpatrick went with the fake from Noonan, and Hudson gets the goal, his 5th of the season, and that is our Bush play of the game.
Well, what a night it was. Gretzky, Corson, and Hull exclaiming their happiness as the Blues in the third period get 2 for the victory. Isn't that a sweet picture? So Wayne Gretzky makes his home debut with the Blues before the largest crowd in Blues history, 20,725. And it's happy fans leaving Kiel tonight. Our thanks to our Bud Sports crew, Tom McLaughlin and Tim Paps, for Bruce Affleck and Joe Micheletti. This is Ken Wilson. Thanks for being with us tonight on a historic night at Kiel Center. Once again, the final score, the St. Louis Blues 2 and the Florida Panthers 0. St. Louis Blues hockey has been a presentation of Bud Sports through the facilities of KPLR TV and KMOX Radio. Our next Blues telecast Coming up Thursday night here at Kiel, the Blues will take on the Calgary Flames here on KPLR TV, St. Louis 11. We invite you to join us for that telecast beginning at 7:30. Blues Hockey brought to you by Smooth Bush Beer and easy drinking Bush Light. Head for the mountains of Bush. By McDonald's, where what you want is what you get at McDonald's today. By Southwest Airlines. Fly Southwest, the low-fare airline. By Pepsi. Nothing else is a Pepsi. By the Discover card. It pays to discover. By your Midwest GMC truck dealers, Bellman, Bomarito, and Brooklyn GMC. By Boatman's Bank. Boatman's is a proud sponsor of St. Louis Blues Hockey. By your neighborhood St. Louis Chrysler Plymouth dealers.